Hey guys, Lotus Streams here, coming at you with another Warhammer 40k battle report. And today we got some specialists, or more to say one specialist, let's say. The other one is not so special, it's more one of those that I like to play, but I've already played it. So let's start with that one right away. So as you can see, we have a lot of broadsights over here. That's basically the design of the list. We take as many broadsights as we can. And to do that, I have two formations. The first one on the right side here is the Firebase support cadre, and it consists of a Riptide battlesuit with two shielded missile drones. And he has an iron accelerator, even though he looks like he has a burst cannon. And then we have two groups of three broadsides with target locks, and each of them has two drones. So everything can fire independently except the drones, and that helps me minimizing overkill. And that is the entire formation. The Firebase support cadre doesn't have much rules, it just has one single one. Coordinated firestorm, so instead of firing independently in the shooting phase, all units from this Firebase support cadre can participate in a firestorm, and when they do so, they shoot at the same unit, but they also get to use marker lights as if they're one unit, and they also have tank hunter and monster hunter while they're shooting. So this can be used to focus down units pretty hard, and the Riptide and so on can help with that. Tank Hunter is pretty nice to have against high armor, and that's something the broadsides are weak to, because they only have strength 7, which is not bad, but it's still something you would consider bad against high armor vehicles like Demon Russ, for example. Alright, and then over here we have another three groups identical to the other ones, all with target lock, all with high missile pods and smart missile systems, and three groups of pathfinders, 6 of them and one of them with 7, and they all have no upgrades on them. And that makes one range support cadre, which is a pretty good formation. We have dedicated spotting teams, which means the marker lights counters placed here that get used by the broadsides of this formation get doubled, and they also are dedicated support units, so they can provide supporting fire for the pathfinders disregardless of range, unless they are out of weapon range entirely. And the pathfinder teams have infiltrate and shrouded, which is really nice, so you can deploy them after the enemy has deployed, and as long as they're in cover, they have a 2+ cover save, which really is nice because they have 5 up armor saves otherwise, and that's not really doing much. And the pathfinders die rather quickly if not saved like this. Now obviously this army is not very mobile because all of this is heavy except the Riptide. Nobody wants to really move, but there's one big advantage here. These guys here produce very high value marker lights. So if we do it average, we should get 3 marker lights on a unit, and since the broadsides are already twin linked, they don't need as many marker lights, and if they only use 1, they are already at ballistic skill 5, so there's no point on having more than that, unless you're ignoring cover. But just in case your AP4 is not enough to penetrate armor, you don't want to ignore cover, but that means you can run these guys, and then invest 1 marker light from these guys here to make them fire ballistic skill 3 again, even though they moved. So you can pretty much override the fact that they can't move and shoot at full ballistic skill and with the marker lights, which is really, really nice. So in the end, we have a lot of firepower here. Everything can split fire into something else. So in the end, we have effective. We have 5 drone units, and every single broadside can fire independently. And obviously the Riptide cannot, but I mean, he has enough firepower already. He also has a fusion blaster instead of a plasma or a missile system, because a fusion blaster obviously can deal with high armor too, and that's something this is weak to. Right, and that's 1850 points of 2 12 formations with a lot of dagger. And then feeding against this, we have a very weird mixture. So first of all, I have a combined arms detachment of Imperial Guard led by a company command squad with 4 veterans and 2 veterans teams with no upgrades. And then we have two Wyverns, and one Wyverns in a squadron each. And they were just here to provide some long range support, and because I had more points left than I needed to. And then in fast attack, we also have a squadron of centaurs. Now, centaurs are forgeboard models. They're very, very tiny, as you can see, but they are open-topped Armor 11 fast transports. So they're basically like orc trucks. They only have two hull points, but they might be able to get something in. And inside of these centaurs, I have Sisters of Silence. I know they look like Repentia sisters, but I don't have any better models than those, and I never use the Repentias anyway, so might as well use their models because they are pretty good. I like them. So basically, they're riding in here, and that means even if the centaur gets killed, they can still disembark and charge. And they all have the Great Blades. So if you're not familiar with them, I did a review on the Custodes and Sisters of Silence. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link at the end. But essentially, Sisters of Silence weapon skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, initiative 5, 2 attacks, leadership 10, 3 plus. So very similar to a Adeptus Sororitas, just a little bit better. And the Executioner Great Blade gives them strength +1, so they're strength 4, AP2, melee two-handed. So they have 3 attacks on the charge at initiative 5 with AP2 weaponry. So they're really, really nasty. They also are anti-psychers, so they would get some bonuses there, but doesn't matter here. But they also are fearless and they cause fear themselves, so it's also pretty good against Tau. Obviously, with a 3+ save, they're not going very far. So I don't know, it's a little bit weird to use them, but with the centaurs, they at least have some sort of transport. They can move 12 and then move another 12 when moving flat out since it's fast. So they have a 24 movement, and that should be enough to get into Psyker range as well. All right, that is 3 squads in one formation called the Null Maiden Task Force. They only have one rule, which is warp siphon, so you would get less warp charges if you're the enemy and you had psychic, but obviously the Tau are no psychers whatsoever, so that doesn't come into effect at all this game. I just take them to have them as a legit unit because you couldn't even take those outside of the formation. And then we have another formation over here, and yes, that is one formation. That's one squad too. We have one Ministorum priest here who's coming in from the Ars Militarum, and everything else is already included here. This is called a inquisitorial henchman warband, and this is not like a henchman warband like you know it. This is actually a formation that says so. You have to take an inquisitor, which I took Inquisitor Cotias. Cotias allows you to reroll the initiative dice, even if your enemy gets to seize, which is really cool. And he also enables his unit to shoot at something that came in from Deep Strike or reserves, which doesn't come into play this game. And he has a Demon Hammer. He is a Psyker level 2, so he has some psychic support. And he's in general a pretty good character, all in all. The thing he get new from the in Agents Codex is that the entire detachment of his has objective secure. So this entire blob here has objective secure this game, and I wanted to try out to flesh it out and see how it performs if I just add more units to it, because as you can see, it's a pretty big unit now. He also has the Warlord trait Witch Hunter, which he would always get, so I can make this guy here my Warlord, and I would still get a Warlord trait for Cotias. By the Inquisitorial Seal or something, I don't know how it's called, but basically everybody here has is a Witch Hunter, but it doesn't matter because the tower again have no witches. So what does this consist of? We have Crusaders here, 10 of them, and Crusaders have a Storm Shield and a Power Sword. They are not that strong, but they can be made really tanky if you go for a Sanctuary. And they are a good unit if something ignores your armor save, which is pretty much everything, because these guys don't have very good armor saves. Then we have 10 Death Cult Assassins. Death Cult Assassins have high initiative, high volume of attacks, 2 power swords, and invuln saves. but other than that, they are pretty glass hammer. Same for the Arcoflagellants. The Arcoflagellants have higher strength and higher amount of attacks, but no armor save and just feel no pain. So that you have to protect them, but if they get in there, they can deal a lot of damage. And then I have the Acolytes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're missing 2. Get some more in here. It's 12 Acolytes. These guys here are as normal, no upgrades on them. Other than power armor. I gave everybody here power armor, so we can increase our survivability a bit. Then we have 6 demon hosts. Demon hosts have random abilities. They always have an invuln save because they're demons, obviously. But every turn you have to roll and see what they get. They get shooting attacks, they get initiative, strength. I don't know. It's very random what they do, but they can perform pretty well. Obviously, these acolytes are WYSIWYG. They have plasma guns, because I need to have some plasma guns after all. And we have 1 Ministorum Priest in here. So in the end, we have 2 Ministorum Priests in here. We can also issue orders to the squad, which is pretty nice because of the one other Ministorum Priest. Doesn't really do much, but I mean, just in case we need Spitfire or something, we can order that to him. And as long as one model has it, everybody will have it as well, which is nice about the order stuff. And there's something missing here. I have no idea why. I think I just forgot to add them. There should be Yokaeros here. Yokaeros are little monkeys, but I'm not sure if there's models in the simulator. If not, I'll just proxy them. Let's see. I'm gonna proxy them with cherubs. Sounds pretty heretical, but that's fine. Basically, they are monkeys, and a Yokaero is really, really weird unit because you don't know what happens to him, but they updated the rules on them, and now the upgrade is not random anymore if you have enough monkeys in your unit, because you can basically choose to results. And there's very good results. There's something like all your shooting weapons have rending, or everything has +1 armor save, which is why these guys have power armor, so we could get a 2+ armor save if we're lucky. No, not if we're lucky, if we get it right away, because they have a different rule than before. Alright, so actually we can roll for that right away, because there's nothing else to say about the squad. The squad is the squad, and that's it. Alright, so the first thing is we would roll a die, a d6, and we add +1 for each Yokaero after the first. So we add 5 to this, to our minimum result is 6. And since our minimum result is 6, we get to pick 2 abilities from their chart, and we can apply that to the unit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the +1 armor save, because obviously we want to have 2+ armor saves on the acolytes. That's awesome. And the other one I have to think about, because we could get +12 maximum range on our weapons, which is pretty nice, but not necessarily really good because we don't have much shooting. We could get rending, but also only for shooting weapons. And we could get a 5+ invuln save, which would be pretty nice because the Riptide, after all, has a AP2 template with the Ion Accelerator. So I think I'm going to go with the 5++ and with the 5++ and armor saves. So that's the upgrades that the Yokaeros give to the entire unit. And it's actually to the entire unit, so if Cortez joins here, he also has the 5+. It's upon deployment that this happens. Alright, that's all of it. That's 1815 of Mixed Inquisition, Astronomitarum, and Sisters of Silence. I'm not sure if this works out. Inquisitorial lists are really weird sometimes, but I am pretty sure that this should work out, and with that much objective secure on the board, they have a good chance of taking the middle, and then this stuff can help them out with some fire support, and these guys here, or these girls here, can deal with any high threats or anti-psychic. We have a lot of anti-psychic in here. Alright, so let's generate some powers here. So Kotias is going to roll for telepathy, because it makes sense. and he gets 1. So that's dominate, that's not bad. And invisibility. All right, so he has the most important spell. If we get that one on ourselves, we at least make the broadsides use more marker lights than usual to kill us, because the marker lights still work against invisibility, but again, at that point they can't ignore cover or they can't move and shoot, so I think it's a pretty good result. All right, and dominate basically forces them to take leadership tests anytime they want to do something. All right, let's roll for the water trait for him, because he already has a water trait from the formation. It's automatic night fighting first turn. I guess I re-rolled that because I'm in the combined arms. Okay, so we have automatic night fighting first turn, and everything here has night vision, which doesn't really matter because these guys don't have any AP, and these here ignore cover disregardless. But the night fighting thing is nice. The broadsides and so on have black sun filters, so they will ignore night fighting as well. So in the end, I don't know how much of a difference that is gonna make, but it's fine. Over here we have no warlord trait because we don't have a character, but the Riptide is gonna be the warlord of the army. All right. I'm gonna play a normal mission, I guess. Yeah, let's go for a normal mission. I'm just gonna go with the 2 objectives in each side and fine. We could also go for heavy support, but that's pretty unfair because these guys are all heavy. So they would have 5 heavy supports and I would have only 3. Nah, I don't like it. Let's just go purge the alien then. So kill points it is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But they have, I don't know. I think we should still go for it. I just want to test if these guys here can do that job because they're a very expensive unit, and I want to see how they perform. All right. So deployment is going to be this deployment, which is really nice because I designed the map to play well with that deployment, and then choosing sites. Reroll that. Okay, so Inquisition can choose to go first, and I think I will, because I want to go forward with these here. And the good thing is, Courtiers makes this 1 over 36 chance that they actually steal the initiative. So we're pretty good there. Alright. Let's see how we want to deploy. So the Sisters of Silence need to stay in their transports. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak them in here, so I can go behind that wall, I think. Also works here, but there's less cover after all, I think. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. So they will deploy in, not inside of the centaur, but next to the centaur. And then we can move out as soon as it goes. Let's deploy like this. I'm not going to put the sisters down, but you can imagine they are within range to deploy inside, and that's fine. That's a squadron, by the way, so they have to be very close together. I could also make them invisible, which is pretty funny. And but I'm not going to do that this turn, probably. All right, so the Wyverns have one big advantage here. They have 48 range, and the broadsides only have 30 and 36. So what I can do is I can deploy them further back and try to abuse that fact by being out of range most of the time. So if I deploy them back here, let's see the threat range. Yeah, they can still reach across half the table, and then these guys here can deploy closer to this ruin too. Yeah, so now the broadsides have to move in order to even get a shoot at them, and the Wyverns have full range on the entire map. Okay, then the cannon fodder is gonna deploy next. To be honest, I just want them to get up here. And now, listen up, everybody who wants to play Tabletop Simulator. something magnificent happened because I requested it. You can gizmo multiple units with drag and drop. Hallelujah. So we can take these guys, put them in here. We can also rotate them like so. And look at that. Now we can finally use these big buildings maps without wasting copious amount of time. There we go. They're all in there, all deployed, and then the other group is gonna go inside the second building with absolute ease. Feels good, man. All right, let's do 2 rows though, because we have enough room. And then this is the sergeant. Put them over here. Gizmo. Grab them, put them in here. Look at that, so smooth. Right, so all deployed, and then these guys here have to stay near the blob, the Inquisition blob, who's gonna run down mid, right here. And we obviously have to stay in range to order them, but not get too close so we don't die to big fire. So I'm gonna deploy them later. I'm just gonna move these guys here first. Okay. Now that I think about it, I probably should have taken that building instead. Okay, let's change that up for a second. I'm gonna take these guys and put them over here instead. So we can use those to flank. This is the sergeant, so let's put her in the back. Like so, and then we can put the blob in the middle. Now deployment is pretty easy. Since these guys have 2+ saves, they have to be at the front. We're also gonna put Courtiers up front, because he can look out there anytime he wants to anyway, and he's the closest to everybody as well. And then in the second row, we're gonna put the Crusaders, because the Crusaders have the 3+ in 1 saves, and we would like those as close as possible. And then next we go with the demon hosts, because they have shooting attacks. And also the plasma. And then we can fill the gaps with special characters that don't want to die, aka priests. Right here. And then the big fighting units in the back over here. Death Cult Assassins, and then the Yokairos. And last is the priest that needs to take the orders. Right, that is my blob of Inquisition. And we're gonna deploy them pretty much like this in the middle of the room there. Right, so let's not do the same mistake as we usually do. Let's grab them with the gizmo. And let's put them all in here. Hallelujah, isn't that nice? Like so. Oh, I think I disabled the physics. Kaboom. And there they are. Look at that. I love this kind of deployment. I don't have to do anything. They can just deploy inside of the ruin, just like they're supposed to. So now everybody has their saves. Alright, let's look up real quick if I actually have this black sun filters. I do have, okay. So broadsides all have black sun filters, and the Riptide too. So there's no difference with night fighting whatsoever at the moment. Alright, so we just have the 4+ at the moment. Okay. So next is the broadside army. Gotta deploy those. And this is a little bit tricky how to deploy them. The Riptide has the most range, so I'm gonna keep him pretty far back and on top of here. he's gonna try to hunt those centaurs down. So if we know that we can't seize initiative, the centaurs will probably end up being here. So what we're trying to do is anticipate that and move the Riptide over here. With his Iron Accelerator, he has 72 range, so as you can see, he's always in range of everything if he wants to. And this way he can target them if they come here, and if they don't come here, they are not as close to my front line as they want to be. And then the shield drone will go behind him because there's no shooting to kill him. Alright, then the Pathfinders will all infiltrate, I guess. Because why not? And let's put them down. The broadside unit needs to go up here. So they have some decent range here. Yeah, they have all range here. And as I said, the Wyverns outrange them anyway, so might as well deploy forward. And we're gonna use the drones to spread out our bodies. Because we're a little bit scared of Wyvern fire, because Wyverns do decimate infantry squads pretty easily. So we can put that one over here, this one over here, this one over here. And although there is too much space in between, we can put down a drone below. Right here. And then we can spread those two. Making this a pretty big footprint. Okay, I guess we have to put one more up here. Yeah, one over here. Alright, so we got some good firing position there. Then we're gonna do the same on this part of the building. The guys not outraced? They are outraced. That's weird then. Why can I not go on top of the building? Okay, hitbox seems to be a little bit off. Quite literally off. What the hell happened here? Okay, 1 second. Gonna take that collider real quick. We good now? Nah, we still screwed. I'm gonna do this way. We're gonna take that one, put it over here, test. The collider is totally fine. Turn around. It's a long time since I've played on this map. That's why it might be buggy. Delete it. The building over here. And there we go. Alright. Thought I forgot something. Second. So we spread the broadsides again, but put them up front so they die first. We don't want them to run away with the drones. And they can take a lot of damage. I mean, I have only Wyverns to kill them, so their 2-up saves will be effective. Why is there one guy here? The hell? I have no idea where she came from, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's enough of them. Okay, go away. Okay. This is the non-supported version, I guess. Yep, that's the non-supported version. So we're still going. Guess we can put this one here because it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then I can move them a tiny bit forward to here. Not too much because the Y1 is then gonna hit all levels still. And we don't want that. Let's update that real quick. There we go. And now the rest. These guys here are the ones that need to get supported by the Pathfinders, so they behave a little bit differently. And those are the ones that could probably move forward if they wanted to. So let's see where we deploy those. So over here we have that covered by the Riptide, so it should be fine. If the Sisters disembark, we probably kill them anyway. So I guess we can put these on the side. And we just have to be a little bit more careful with the drone spreading. Like so. And the next one in the middle. Going a little bit back because there might be plasma guns in range. Let's check where they are. There's the first plasma gun. And we're gonna try to deploy outside of 30, like so. So we can actually not get hit by the plasma guns first turn. I don't think they will fire, but you never know. There's also gonna be less cans on the yokai heroes because they have these little rings that say they can make them whatever weapon they want to. But those will snap fire since the yokai hero is not relentless. So I'm not really too scared about those. Alright, then these broadsights over here. It's a little bit narrow here, but I guess we can deploy this guy a little bit more in the ruin. Like so. And then we deploy this guy a little bit more like so. Yep, that should be fine. And then the drones will just spread a lot more because they are already pretty close to the edge and I don't want them to run away. Since the Wyvern has barrage, the barrage rule, we have to be a little bit more careful. Right, and then the Pathfinders. Pathfinders have 36 range on the marker lights, but we can infiltrate them, so we can actually try to deploy right here. It's a little bit closer to these guys, but I mean, we don't have much of a choice. We have to deploy somewhere, so I'm going to deploy them in the terrain at least, so they get their 2-up saves, and then against the Wyvern they won't get any saves, but their armor anyway, just because of the way that the Wyvern works. Can they see me? No, they can't. Yeah, Pathfinder should be fine there. And then the next unit is gonna go down here. I'm gonna spread as far as I can before we move in there. 2 inches right here, 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 and here. And then we can gizmo our way forward into the ruin and up. And there they are. They will not scout because that will cause them to snap fire. I have no idea why. Rules-wise, it doesn't make any sense, but that's how Games Workshop said it is gonna work. So we have to respect that. We can deploy 18 inches away from these. And since they don't really have much shooting, I guess I could do so just for a little. We have decent range with the marker lights too. I guess we just deploy these a little bit further away. I don't want them to be too close because then the Wyverns will annihilate them and we don't have enough room. Yep, seems decent enough. And I guess that is my deployment. Okay, anything else deployed? No, that's everything. All right, so let's remove those lines. And on a double 6, they get to seize the initiative because it's Kotias. Nope. So as you can see, they would have stolen the initiative, but he forces a reroll, so that's not another 6, and that means we keep our initiative. Go Kotias. That's exactly why you take him. All right. So we go to turn 1. Inquisition and so on. Let's see how they do. I guess the first thing is I'm gonna move the centaurs, and since I know there's the riptide over there, I'm gonna move them not inside of the terrain yet. All the sisters will embark, obviously. And then we move our 12 over here, since they're fast vehicles. We can still fire if we want to, but I'm just going to flat them out, obviously, so behind this wall, so the broadsides cannot see me. These broadsides will be able to see me, but not all of them, so we're pretty good there. And then we can charge the pathfinders next turn, or the broadsides, or whatever. They're here to be a nuisance, pretty much. And then the guys inside of the ruin here can also move, because they're not in range of the broadsides yet. They're going to move 6 inches forward. 6 inches is right there. Press the gizmo tool. We're just moving, no measurements required. Then the big blob here in the middle is gonna move 4 inches. I think we take that, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so gizmo those guys. I should have measured the 4 inches before. That's the only issue here. We have to measure the distance before. Over here. Forwards for the Emperor. Like so. Yeah, some stuff is stuck in the wall, but that's fine. And the Wyvern is obviously... Oh, I forgot to deploy these guys. Whoops. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep them here where they are because I didn't really plan on doing anything else. So they're moving forward. And the veterans will also move forward. What's up with her? Something wrong with the hitbox here. Okay. These guys here will also move 6 inches. And we're gonna head this way so we can at least fire some of them into the pathfinders here. And I guess that is all my movement. Alright, so next we're gonna move flat out with the centaurs. Well, actually the centaur does have shooting, so I'm not sure if I should fire. But then I get absolutely murdered next turn. Let's see how much we have. We have a heavy stubber. Okay, so a heavy stubber is AP6, so it doesn't even ignore the armor saves. So I'm gonna move flat out instead. So this one here is fine. This one here is also fine, and this one also fine. Okay, so nobody gets immobilized, and we can move the centaur unit into that ruin. Take these 3 guys and put them in here. Like so. We have some more room here. Get over there. Alright, so we're good here. And that means the broadsights can't really see anything. And they should be fine this turn. Not immobilized either, that's nice. And then we can keep shooting. Alright, these guys here will probably just shoot into the pathfinders, because that's the easiest thing to kill with las guns. So we have 10 shots, -1 because we have 1 pistol. Orders are out of range, so we can just do our stuff. Actually, do I want to order anything? I don't think so. No. We cannot order this one anything that's useful. I mean, maybe Spitfire, but that doesn't do anything. So just gonna keep on here. So these are veterans, obviously, so we're hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. 3 wounds, pretty statistical, and we have 2+ cover saves for the pathfinders. Alright, we peeled 1 off, nice. Blam. 1 goes down, that's 1 marker light less. And marker lights make all the difference in this game. So that was the question, do I actually want to shoot my guns? Let's see if the plasma guns are in range. They are not. They would be in range to shoot at the pathfinders though. I guess I can do that. And then snap fire my last cannons too. But they have cover saves, so... Oh yeah, right. Sorry, I need to do the psychic phase here. 1 second. Completely forgot about that one. So we have 4 and 4 and 2. I'm gonna invest 5 into invisibility. And I do not get it. And then 1 on domination on the broadsides. I get it. Do they deny? They do. Alright, so I didn't forget it. It just didn't do anything. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's all good. So nothing happens here. I think I'm just gonna open fire to the pathfinders, to be honest, because I need to kill them anyway, and I might make them run away because we have some guys firing in here too, and it's very unlikely that we're gonna do anything to the broadsides. So let's start with the 3 plasma guns first. 1 hit because they are ballistic skill 3, 1 wound, and a cover save. It's fine. And then we have the las cannons, 2 hits. And 2 wounds with 2+ saves. Hey, we killed 1. Nice. So killed this one. Then we have Kotias himself. Is in range, I think, because he has a Cyber Eagle. Not even kidding. 24 range, yeah. So Assault D6 hits on them. 2. 1 wound. 1 save. Alright. What else do we have? I don't think anything else. These guys all have less pistols, so that doesn't make a difference. The Demon Host, what do they get? I have to roll each turn. We got number 5. For the Demon Host is Energy Torrent Shooting Attack. Yeah, nice. Okay, we actually have a 24 range shooting attack on the Demon Hosts now. And let's see if we're in range. We are, nice. Let's check with how many. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them are in range. Alright. So they're shooting a little blast now. And we need to get a scatter die over here into the pathfinders. It is strength 4 AP 3, I think. Strength 4 AP 3, assault blast, yep. And they ballistic skill 3. Alright. So we're gonna target that fellow here. Right there. So first shot goes over 6 inches, probably gonna miss. Actually clips this one. That's one. And then the second shot goes over 2 inches. And it's gonna clip 2, so it's 3. And then the third shot, oh, that is way off. Goes over here. Alright, so 3 hits on the unit, winning them on 3s because it's strength 4. And 2 plus cover. And they're fine. Alright. They would be dead 10 times over if they just had their normal cover saves. So go formation. And then over here we have some guys in rapid firing range. Everybody's pretty much in rapid fire range. So how many can actually see? That's the question. I say these guys cannot see, so we have 6 guys in range, and it's not the sergeant, so we get all rapid fire. Hitting on 3s, pretty average rolling, and wounding on 4s. Not very average rolling. 2 plus saves, also not average rolling. Good. So that's another one dead, and that is a leadership, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I only lose 2 guys? Oh yeah, right. I did only lose 2 guys because they lost another one. Alright, so I guess that's fair enough. But we still have the Wyverns, right? So it doesn't make much of a difference. The company command squad is just gonna run, I guess. 3 inches. I'm gonna move them. Actually, I'm not gonna move him that far. I'm gonna move some guys in front, then him behind, like so. And that is all. Alright, so Wyvern next. I don't know what the Wyvern team is gonna do. If we get a shot here, can we take out those Pathfinders? We can get 3 here if I get a good shot off. So let's try this one. I have line of sight with that Wyvern. So we're gonna fire that one. See the first shot, where it goes. Oh, that is a far scatter. So that goes 9 inches over. This way. So I guess we're shooting the broadsights instead. Okay, that's the first shot. Second shot. Goes over here and clips 2 of them. And the third shot goes over here and clips 2 of them. And the fourth shot is off, so twin linked. Goes over here and clips 2 of them, so 6. Let's measure that, but usually I'm pretty good at this. Yeah, that's 2 of them getting hit. Alright, so 6 hit in total, wounding on 4s, because it's strength 4. And it has shred, so re-rolling to wound. And 2 plus armor saves. And the broadside is fine. Alright, so we're gonna get the second squadron and fire into this blob. I mean, it's too juicy to not shoot at it with the other Wyvern squad. Alright, so we have 2 Wyverns in that squad, and we're gonna target this drone right here. We have line of sight, so we can get full ballistic skill here. It's a direct hit, so that hits 1 and 2. 1 and 2 with the first shot. Second shot. Flips over. I'm gonna twin link that probably because it goes over here. I'm not too sure about this. Let's see where it goes. It hits 2 guys. No, I'm gonna keep it. So 2 guys into this squad. Third shot. is a direct. So I can put that right here. So we get 2 and 2. So that's 3 and 6. Fourth shot. I'm gonna twinning that. Goes back this way. It's gonna hit 2. Actually. Yeah, 2 in this quad. So it's 8. And then number 5. Goes over, and I'm gonna twinning that. Goes down. It's probably gonna hit only 1 now. No, it's did 2. So that's 4. And then number 6. Goes over here. I'm gonna twinning that for sure, because it's way off. And that one goes this way. Hits 3 of them. Number 7. Direct hit, so it's 2 and 2. So 5 and 5. And number 8. Flips over, I'm gonna twin linked. And that one scatters over to the front and hits 1. Or maybe 2. Hits 1 and 1. So 6 and 6. Alright. So that's a very good amount of hits. And it comes from here, from the center. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits on the first squad. Wounding half as expected, but we have shred, so we roll. Not expected, but very good roll. Get 5 wounds, and the first thing hit is this drone. So we have a 4 up. It's dead. Then we have the rest on the broadside with a 2 up. And he takes 1 wound and a cock die. 1 wound on the broadside. Right? Pretty decent. And then we have 12 plus 4, 16. 16 on the other squad. Wounding on 4s. Rerolling. And that's gonna hit 1 drone first, and then next is gonna be the broadside. So 1 drone on a 4 up. Lives. Dies. Then the broadside is next. Let's do 5 at a time. He's fine. He's fine. Takes a wound. And takes a wound. Okay, so 1 wound on the broadside and 1 drone down. Alright, pretty decent armor saves from the broadside there, but we still got rid of 1 drone and we also peeled 1 more wound off. Okay, next unit of Wyverns is back here. We have ranged pretty much everything, so I'm gonna fire that one down the middle, I think. Just because there is a pretty nice amount of drones back here. Can I see them? I can see them totally. I mean, if I flip it, well, the drones are really well spread. So let's say right here, I would get 2 with a direct hit. Alright, so let's see. Where is my scatter? There it is. First shot. Direct hit. Alright. So it's 1 and 2. And we need lock it down. Copy. Unlock it. Alright, second shot. It's a direct, so we can get 4. 3 and 1. So 5 and 1, because that drone is part of this squad. Whoops. 5 and 1. And that was the second shot. Third shot. Flips over here and hits 3 of them. I take that because it's a good hit. Number 4. That's another 3 and 1. So 3 and 1. The fifth one. Gonna twin link that because it's gonna miss. Let's get us down here. And hits 2. 6th shot, twin linked. Goes over this way and is hitting 2, I guess. Yeah, 2. 7. I think I want to keep that. Yep, that's 4. So that's 3 on this unit and 4, 3 here. And the last shot. It's the same. So all through 3 and 4. 4. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's see what it does. Let's do the single drone first, because it's easier to do. Wounding on 4s, but it is shred. 4 plus. That's 1 drone down. And another drone is dead, because it's the closest one. Alright, and then we have 15 plus 6, 21 hits on the unit. Not even kidding. Oh, that is some terrible wounding though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. That's not a 50-50. Let's reroll. Still pretty bad. Yeah, that was not a good one. We have 2 up saves on the broadside though, because he's certainly the first one that got hit. So 2 up. 2 up. That wasn't really a throw. 2 up. 1 wound on him. 2 up. 2 up. 2 up. 2 up. He's dead. Splat. Oh, damn it. I deleted a drone there. Sorry. Not a drone. I deleted some drones there. Zack, zack. Alright, so this one is down. The closest is a drone, and then these are both equal distant. So we have 2 4+ armor saves for the drones. 1 drone down. It's alive. It's dead. And then a 2 up on the broadside. It's fine. Okay. So 2 drones go down here and here. And they lost 3 out of 9. So that's a leadership test on these. At the end of the game. And I guess that's all my firepower, right? I have to check the heavy bolters. I always forget these. Let's see if they are in range. I don't think so. They are in range. Okay, of course. So we have 6 heavy bolters. 4 hits. 3 wounds. And those are all on a broadside, so 2 ups. Yep, that is a wound. Take it on him. He's the closest one. I should have fired the heavy bolters here too, but this one here didn't see anything. And these ones were probably not even in range, were they? Oh, they were in range. Let's fire them. What the heck? I have to remember it, and if I don't fire them every time, I will not keep remembering. Alright, so I have 1 heavy bolter hit. Okay. Alright, didn't do any difference, but I should have remembered right away because I think the heavy boarder could have seen something. All right, that's the Wyverns though, and there's only one leadership test to be made, I think. Although I killed 2 drones in this squad here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I killed enough. So these here have to take one, and then the group inside also has to take one. All right, so leadership test on those. They are okay, and leadership test on these. They are also okay on an 8. And the Wyvern itself does not cause pinning or anything, so that should be okay. Fine. Do I have leadership tests on Pathfinders? These guys didn't take any damage. These guys took 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's not enough. And these guys took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 out of 7, which is also not enough, as far as I know. Maybe I can't do math. It can be true both. All right, that's it, and that concludes Inquisition, Sororitas, something, something. I don't know. Turn 1, and we have to check. Does that conclude my turn? Let's see. Fired, fired, fired. Yes. Did fire. Did fire. Yep, seems all. Alright, so I think, I mean, for the tower, they lost a broadside. That sucks, always sucks. But I didn't really think they would tank that much. They didn't run off the board, so it's a good one. And the Pathfinders got away pretty easily, I think, just because they have the 2-ups, and the Wyverns didn't really focus on them this turn. Maybe should have done that, but I wanted to snipe some missile drones before they get to fire, and try to make them run. But apparently it didn't work. But if it had worked out, I think I would have destroyed a unit, and that I think that's worth the try and get that one wrecked before they can do anything. Yeah, I think it's fine. All right. So turn 1 Tau. Let's see, what do we do? First of all, these guys don't want to move. The question is, can I actually shoot stuff here that I want to shoot? I think nobody has no target. I lied, by the way. I can still shoot the centaurs with these guys, but just with the smart missile systems. So I could try to move over here to get some line of sight on this one and then wreck this. But on the other hand, why? I also want to score first blood, and this is not a first blood because this is a squadron. And I can shoot the Sisters of Silence afterwards because they were gonna be behind here, and then just the smart missile system is probably not enough because they have the 3-up. So don't think that makes much of a difference, and then they can charge me next turn anyway. So no, I don't like it. These guys here are all in range of those guys, so I could try to focus fire this here and see how that goes. I think I'm just gonna try to do that, just because I wanna test the durability of that big fat unit. Alright, so let's shoot with the marker lights first, and then we see how much we can take out. Let's get some markers in here. Marker light here. And let's open fire. All of this is in range, so we have 5 guys shooting. Three hits, pretty good. So we won that 50-50. And then these guys here, we have 5 left. That is 3, also very good. And then these over here are not in range of anything. So they can fire at the Wyvern, I guess. Can I reach the Wyvern? I can. I can. I can. Okay, so I guess we can try to kill that Viper squadron then. I mean, not the squadron, but maybe one of them. Actually, I am in range of the other one too. Alright, so that's fine. Let's fire those here into there. So we have 6 marker lights on those. Hidden on force. Oh, only 2 marker lights though. It should be enough for ignoring cover, so that's pretty decent. So my 2 marker lights over there. And that is my marker light support. Alright, so I'm gonna activate my coordinated firestorm and everything this turn, but I think I wanna shoot first with the other ones, right? Nah, not really. I wanna shoot with the Riptide. So I'm gonna declare my firestorm. I'm gonna use the Riptide to ignore cover. The Riptide and the broadsights all to ignore cover, because they shoot as one unit. And increase their ballistic skill by 2. Yeah, makes sense. And we're gonna fire the Iron Accelerator first. We also have to check for a Nova Charge. Can we use it? We can. What do I want with the Nova Charge though? Let's say I forgot it and I don't, because I don't have to do anything. I don't have to overcharge this turn. Alright, so does it get hot? That's the question though. Does not get hot, so that's good news for the tower, because they need that blast. I'm gonna fire that one right here. And my ballistic skill at the moment is 5, because we used the marker lights. Oh, that's a big one though. 6 inches scatter. Scatters over to 6 inches over here. Scatters right there. So it's gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for now. Let's move it down. Now we have a more accurate presentation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 models. Alright, not bad. Let's remove the temporary quick. Oh, that was a bad one. Alright, there we go. So 15 is 5, 10, and wounding on it too, because it's strength 8, I think. Ooh, that was a bad roll though. 4 of them not even wounded. Okay, so it does ignore cover. So we're gonna take our 5 ups, or we look out, sir. So let's see, who's the closest to him? It's probably gonna be Kotias or somebody else. 39, 5. Yeah, so these guys here are first. So we have 5 up in ones, I guess. Nope. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest on looks. Okay, you look outside all of them. And those get on an acolyte. So it's a 5 up. It's dead. And then storm shields. Ow! That is a big hit. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Right? It's just 4. Okay. That was a big hole in my unit. Oh no, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, let's revert time. I'm stupid. It is a blast. We cannot snapfire the blast at the unit at all, because I'm invisible. Or did... No, I'm not invisible. Let's revert time again. I'm not invisible because I failed it on 1 charge, I think. Yeah. Alright, so I did play it right. My goodness, I got confused there for a second. Alright, so but everything else he has is out of range, unless the drones can fire. Nope, the drones are not in range, because I was too lazy to move them. But still, that's a pretty big hole in that unit, and I guess we have to assume that's the most we can get. Alright, next is gonna be the other stuff, because they fired at the same time. So we have 1, 2, 3 broadsights, and they are all in range. And I cannot use my target lock because I have to fire everything in the same unit. Right, so hitting on wait a second, we're hitting on 6s because of invisibility, and we increased our ballistic skill by 2, so we have at ballistic skill 3, sorry. So hitting on 6s, hitting on 5s, hitting on 4s. Yeah, we're hitting on 4s here. And we are twin linked, so this is still a pretty good chance to hit. Not really. And they are wounding on 2s because it's strength 7. And those are 2-ups. I can look out there onto the Acolyte though. I don't know. Yeah, I guess no. We should take those on Courtiers for now because he has 3 wounds. Yep. Alright, and then the smart missile systems. Also all in range, hitting on 4s. Rerolling. Rerolling. And then twin linked. Because they're always twin linked. And wounding also on 2s because it's strength 5. Let's take 3 at a time on Courtiers, just in case. No, he's fine. No damage dealt. And then we have some drones left. We have 1, 2, 3 missile drones left. So that's 6 shots from the missile drones. Also hitting on 4s because they also snap firing because of invisibility. And wounding on 2s because it's strength 7. 2 missed wounds. And actually, I shouldn't. Okay, let's say this is a lookout sir, because I would never take the strength 7 on Courtiers, because he would get instant killed. Alright, so he makes his 2-up armor save, and the other ones on the Acolyte, he's dead. Alright, so 1 Acolyte got killed, and that is the squad. And then the second squad, which one is it actually? Is it this one? I think so. Yeah, so this squad here is next. They are all in range with their smart missile system, so let's start with those. And those gonna hit the side of the squad first. Alright. Hitting on 4 still, because it's the same squad in terms of shooting. And wounding on 2s, sorry. Okay. So who's the closest one to here? Probably him. And that's 24-3, 10-3-4-1, 24-4. Okay, so it's these 2 guys and then Courtiers again. So we have or I guess these guys are the only ones in range, so we can only kill the Crusaders, right? I'm not sure. Let's do 2 at a time. So one is dead, and another one is also dead. All right, because they have storm shields. And then the high-yield missile pods. 12 shots with the high yield. Not really good at hitting. Oh no, they're not invisible. Oh my goodness. I'm so confused now. They should be hidden on 2s. There we go. I always keep thinking they are invisible, but they're not. Pretty sure I failed that one because I only get a 1 warp charge. Okay, so these are all wounds. And I guess it is Courtiers closest next. Alright, so look out there, those. Oh, that does not look good for him. Alright, buddy, you can make it. 2 up. Nope, he's dead. It's strength 7, so it's gonna instant kill him. And that is him down. And the other one on the Crusader, he's fine. Oh, wait a second. That's one on the Crusader. There we go. Because he already failed his armor save, right? And 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's reroll that because I need to put it on the one guy first. And he has a 2 up, and then the Crusader goes next. Okay. Crusader's alive. Okay. Nice. Um, Now the drones. We have some drones, but can they all see? Nah, this drone cannot really see anything. This one can, this one can, this one can, and this one cannot. So 3 of them can see. 6 shots. Hitting on 3s because of ballistic skill 4. No, actually, +2, right? Yeah, it's only +2, so ballistic skill 4 at the moment. And wounding on 2s, but that is pretty terrible. And those are both on the demon host because they are closer. So that's a 5 up on the demon host, 5 up on the demon host. She's dead. Blam. Alright, that is it. A little bit shabby shooting because I failed the invisibility stuff, but you know, close enough. Alright, that was the entire formation though. So next we're gonna shoot the normal broadside squads. The normal broadside squads need to decide whether they want to keep shooting in here, because we punched a pretty big hole into their 2-up armor saves. But we're still in range of 2-up armor saves for now. I guess I can fire with these guys. So I'm gonna use 1 marker light to increase my ballistic skill to 5 with this unit. And everything is in range. So let's start with the smart missiles first. Only 2 broadsides left. Hitting on 2s, rerolling. Wounding on 2s. And we have 2-up saves. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Okay, nothing. Next, the high missile pods. Hitting on 2s, rerolling, and wounding on 2s. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Oh, that was close. 2 up, and he's dead. All right, and then the 3 up on the closest Crusader. He's also dead. All right. Was a 1 anyway, so I guess that's a good one, right? Okay, that's everything. So we have 4 missile drones next. Every other drone is already dead, so we have only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 shots. Hitting on 3s, because they are just ballistic at 2 base. Two's to wound, and 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Acolyte is fine. Alright, that was their shooting. Now what do we do with the other units? Not sure about that. So we have this unit over here, and we have this unit over here. These here can decide to fire into those centaurs, or they can decide to fire into the wyvern, just to remove the wyvern from play. That would be pretty nice to have, actually. So let's shoot them into the wyvern and use both marker lights to ignore cover, basically, because ignoring cover is more important here than anything else. Alright, so let's start with the drones, because the drones are the only ones in range here. This one is not in range. This one is not in range. This one is not in range. So 2 of them, I guess. Yep, two drones are in range. Hidden on 5s because they have ballistic skill 2. And glancing on a 4, I think, because no, on a 5 actually, because they are strength 7 against armor 12 front on the wyvern. So that's a glance. Wyvern takes 1 glance. And then the broadsides can fire their high-yield missile pods too. Because the smart missile systems are already out of range, because they have 36 on those high yields. Ooh, that's pretty bad though. That's 2 hits, and then oh, actually, let's reroll that. We have 2 Marker Lights, and we use those from the formation. So we double our Marker Lights. So we get 1 Marker Light to ignore cover, and 1 Marker Light to increase the ability skill by 2. So let's redo that. That's actually really important. So these guys here should be hidden on 3s, and glancing on 5s. Okay, that's a pen, and that's a weapon destroyed. One is a heavy bolter. No, it's a side weapon. And now back to the broadsights. So we hidden on 2s. Because we use 2 to our ballistic skill and we have ballistic skill 3 base. So all hit. And glancing on... Ooh, not that. 5s. Wow, that's just one single pen. Because it's strength 7 and we are 12 font. Yeah, okay. So 1. What happens? Explodes because it's open topped. How far? 5 inches, doesn't hit anything because this one can't get glance in the front, and it goes down. Boom. Alright, so the other wyvern is still alive though, so we're not really done yet. But I guess that can be good, because the wyvern does a lot of damage. And we still have one more squad to go over here. So there, where do we invest that one in? Because the issue is, if we fire here, it's acolytes again in front. So if I kill the acolytes, whoop-de-doo, doesn't do anything. On the other hand, we don't have much support with Marker Lights on anything else. And I'm not sure if I can correct the wyverns with cover saves on all of them. I don't know. How many drones do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drones. I'm not in range of the wyverns, so I guess we fire into acolytes still. So we're gonna use the Marker Light, increase our ballistic skill by 2 due to the formation, and let's open fire with the drones first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drones all in range. And we are hitting on 3s. Reroll. And we wound on 2s. Cocked. And we can do 2-ups. One is dead. Fine. And fine. So one acolyte goes down. And then the broadsides get to go next. Smart missile system first. Did we lose a broadside? No, we just lost 1 wound. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling, and wounding on 2s. Not bad. 2 up. Oh, he's already dead, so 3 up. Fine, and we have 3 more in line to wait, so we can still roll 3 at a time. It's another one dead, 2 remaining. Another one dead, 1 remaining. 1 remaining. He's dead. And then we have 2 ups on the acolytes and carapace in power armor with the melter plasma guns. There we go. So the first row got deleted, and then these guys are right there. All right. Did I fire the high yield too? I honestly can't remember if I fired what I fired first here. Did I fire the other one? I fired the drones. I didn't kill. I killed 1. Then I fired these, and they killed that one. 12 wounds. I think I did not fire the rest as well. So let's try that. I hope this is right, but I think I did not fire my smart missiles or my high yields. Doesn't matter. The high yield and the smart missile have the same profile against these bodies here. So hitting on 2s and wounding on 2s. Okay, let's hope I did not go wrong here and I shouldn't have got this last volley, because that could do a big difference here. Alright, so 3 at a time, they're good. One's dead. 2 dead. 2 acolytes go down. Alright. But that is the entire shooting. That group is fearless, by the way, because there's a Ministorum priest. And I guess that's all, right? Yeah. Alright, so we have to do some shuffling here. So this drone here is gonna make a assault move. Going in front of the broadside. These here are fine. These here are also fine, but this one is gonna make an assault move to try to get away from the Sisters of Silence, because they're all over there and they're all alive. So I completely ignored them this turn because I wanted to focus on the Death Star. So we have to be a little careful here. We're also gonna spread out for the artillery. The other drones are fine, I believe. Yeah, these two are on full wounds. Yeah, I should not move more than that. We good. Alright, so that's first blood for the tower, and warlord kill, and unit kill. So it's 3 points. Although, no. Actually, that's only... Wait a second, that's only 1 point? Is it even? The issue is the entire thing is one formation. And I'm not sure if the Inquisitor counts as a kill point, because he's part of that. Even though he was not my warlord too. That's bullshit. So no warlord kill. First blood, maybe? No, I did not kill the entire Wyvern. I did not kill the inquisitorial formation because there's supposed to be one squad. The only difference is the Ministorum priest. If I kill him, I would get a kill point because he joined the squad. He's not part of it. So I guess there is no points because he's actually part of the formation. I have to reread the rule on that afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. All right, so broadside showed what they got. They have massive firepower, and basically they gunned down like I don't know. And the Riptide, of course, the Riptide took out the most of these two-up saves here. Otherwise, they would have had a big trouble there. And I apologize for the first one. I genuinely thought that they had the invisibility going. Then I remembered that they didn't have it, and I forgot again. Perfect. All right. So let's go into turn 2, Inquisition, Militarum stuff, and go. All right. So Sisters of Science are gonna do their thing here, and the Centaur has to go through terrain. Next one. Next one. Ah, that one is immobilized. And these two can go wherever they want to. So we're gonna move 6 inches to there, and 6 inches to there. And we're gonna disembark these Sisters of Silence. I don't think they have moved to cover or anything that helps them here. No, they only have their usual rules. Alright, so let's see how far they can go. Ugh, only 2 inches. Can just get out of sight of the wall and that's it. Alright, let's get them. Okay, that's annoying. I completely forgot I disabled the physics engine before. That's exactly the reason why I did that. Alright, let's put them over here. One unit can go here. Is this guy within 6 inches? No, he's not. Okay, that's good. These guys are within 6. So these would get fire. These guys not. Okay, so I can charge them. That's why I'm trying to see. Can I charge them, or do I get in trouble if I do? It's an open top transport, so we can disembark wherever we want to, and I'll disembark over here. So we get max amount of movement by disembarkation. And then we can charge these and the Riptide if I get in range next turn. Alright, and then these here will disembark over here. And they will do the exact opposite. They will move this way. And engage them over here. And then these poor ladies here don't really have much range, so it's an 8-inch charge though, so I guess they can make that. We're gonna try. So all they can do is imagine them right next to the building here. So they should be right here. That's a 7-inch exactly. Alright, so I can just put them wherever I want to. We know it's a 7-inch charge and we good. Because this centaur was supposed to be right there. And it's immobilized, so it takes 1 whole point and is immobile. We can leave it behind though, because if you have a vehicle squadron and it gets immobilized, you can leave them behind if you want to. Yeah, obviously the centaurs will also turn and then disembark, because they can do that as they like. So the heavy stubber can fire into the pathfinders, I guess. Alright. These guys here will move through cover. Move through difficult terrain. 3 inches. To here. I guess they can keep their foot inside of the crater. And the Wyvern is not gonna move, obviously. These guys will move. Okay, let's move these correctly, because I need to probably charge. Just so, I mean, we can try to rapid fire in them, but if I charge them, I might be able to keep them in combat, and then they have to fight me for 1 round and not shoot, which is really nice. Do I move back here into the ruin? Because I don't have any safes here if I stay outside. I'll keep these guys where they are. The only thing that's moving is the priest going back into the back line, because I don't want him to die, because he makes them fearless. Alright, so we stand still there. These already moved, that already moved. Guess that's everything, because I have a very small army this game. I mean, I have the company commander here, but I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna use their movement to move the command squad members a little bit further, and then we should be fine. Because he's not gonna get in range of these guys here with the orders anyway, so it's okay. Alright, these guys here should be all in range again. Yep. And we can open fire, I guess. Alright. We have 3 shots from the heavy stabbers first. Heavy stabbers from the centaurs into the pathfinders. 2 hits. 1 wound. 1 death. This one can't shoot because it is pretty much... I mean, is it turret mounted? Yes, it is. This is this one. It's not the one on top, by the way. That's just the one where I can mount stuff. So these guys are done shooting. The Sisters of Silence can toss a grenade, I guess. But these don't deal much damage, so I'm not sure if that's... No, I'm not gonna do it. It's just too weak. These here will fire into the Pathfinders, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 9 shots, because the sergeant is still out of range. And we miss pretty badly. Wounding on force. 1 single wound. Hey, 1 guy dead. Nice. I guess next is my last cannons and so on. So this time we did move, so we can fire at full ballistic skill. Let's see if the plasma gun is in range of something. It is not, unless we shoot at the pathfinders. Oh, it is actually here. Okay, let's fire into these guys then, because they They barely have any cover. Yep. Alright. So plasma gun into them. Hitting on a 4. Wounding on a 2 with a 5 up. That's one wound on the broadside, and he's dead. And then we have 6 yokai arrows with less cannons in the back, hitting on 4s. Nice. Wounding on 2s. Also nice. And this is instant killing these guys, so that's pretty bad. 5 ups on all of this though. 3 guys dead. Closest is this guy, then this guy, and then one random drone. Pretty much, probably this one or this one. Take this one. So that is one dead squad. That's why you should attack these guys if you can. Alright. Then let's go over here and see how much do I get. Does it matter if I rapid fire here or do I just charge? Because it's a 5-inch charge at least. Yeah. So do they have assault grenades? I'm not even sure they do. Veterans have frag grenades. Okay. Doesn't make sense to do that because they don't have move to cover, so that's a 6 becomes a 8-inch charge, or we can just rapid fire and hope they fill some 2-up cover saves and flee. I think I'm going for the flee version. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, and one of them is a pistol. Hitting on 3s because they're veterans. That's much better. Much more like expected too. Those are cocked though. And wounding on 4s. That's not so good. Alright guys, 2 ups. Hey, we killed 2 of them. That's really good, because they might run away now. And if they run away, they snap fire their guns next turn, which is good. And these guys are coming closer every turn, so they have to deal with them at some point. Yeah, pretty nice. Did I fire with these here? I think so. Yeah, I rolled pretty terrible, and then I peed off one model, I think. Alright, so Wyvern's next. Where do I put the Wyvern shots? Do we still go for the broadsights? I think so. I mean, we can try to wipe that squad here. So I'm going to put one of them into the Pathfinders here, because I can kill them very, very easily. And I mean, I have one single Wyvern shooting, so that's not going to deal too much to the broadsides. But if I can cut out the Markerlight support, they're at least not hitting on 2s re-rolling. And they can't ignore cover either, so that saves my Wyvern a little bit more time before they get wrecked. Alright, so first one is a miss. It's still a miss. It goes over 6 inches. And barely misses my own guys. Next shot. It's a direct hit, so I can creep that towards them. And the next shot. I'm gonna twin link that one. Damn it, I still hit myself, I think. Right here. Yeah, gonna clip one of my own guys. And the last shot goes off. Okay, so one guy getting hit with shred. And he's dead. Blop. Feels bad, man. Okay, so that Wyvern missed pretty horrible. I have a second one, but I'm not sure if it's in range. It is. It has 48 range, so we should be in range. And we're going to try the exact same again. Getting 3 hits on a direct. Yeah, that's a direct hit. Alright, so 3 on the first one. Second one. It's also 3, so 6. Third one. No need to roll this one though. Also 3, so they're pretty much dead. Fourth one. Clips over. I'm going to keep it because it's another one, so it's 10 hits on the unit. 3, 6, 9, 10. Wounding them on 3s. And thank the Lord for shred, because that was pretty horrible. And this is 5 ups, because it ignores cover. And they did. Who would have thought? Because their armor save is really, really bad. So that's a wiped unit. That is, I think, first blood, because nothing else got wiped before. And also 3 Macolites less to worry about, which is really nice. Okay, so we have a 2 Wyverns quad still. I could fire that one into here, so I can remove these guys, because they are. I could get maybe 4 hits on a good shot if I can make it, because it hits all levels at the same time. So if I go here, I would get 4 hits. And I can clearly see that one, so I would get my full ballistic skill. Let's try it. It's high risk, high reward, basically. Because if I miss, I'm not going to hit anything. Oh, let's get us 1 inch. That's good. I'm going to keep that one for sure. Oh, not the drone, please. No. Okay. 1 inch right there. Put the drone back in place. We get 1, 2, 3, probably 4. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, just 3. And that thing moved a little bit. Now we have some problems with him moving. Just put him over here and then from here. Okay, so 3 on the initial hit. Second one. Flips over, I'm gonna Oh, actually not gonna reroll that, do I? If it flips over, we hit 3 of them. No, I'm gonna keep that one. Third hit. Flips over and misses, so I'm gonna reroll. Alright, that's perfect. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, if I position it correctly. Fourth one. Gonna trin link that one. Still goes over and flips, hits 1, 2, 3. Fifth one. It's another 5. Sixth one. Twin linked. Flips over and hits nothing. 7. Nice, it's another 5. And the 8th. Twin linked. Flips over and hits nothing, I think. Yeah. Alright. A decent hit though. We got enough hits to destroy the unit. Or neuter the unit. No, damn it. Okay, I dropped there. Let's get the... So we have 1, 2, 3, and 15, and 6. Alright, wounding on force, because it's strength 4, against toughness 4. It's a very good wound roll this time, and we still have shred. Shredded. Yep, not bad. Alright, I basically can roll this on 2 ups. There's 1 drone, and then we have 4 2-up wounds that we have to go through. Alright, so 1 drone, 4 up. It's fine. Is fine. Is dead. And then we can go 4 at a time with 2-up saves. 2 up. Fine. 2 up. Ow. 1 at a time. 1 broadside wound is left. It's fine. 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 And does he survive? Yes, he survives. All right. So it takes out this drone, takes out him, and leaves this guy on 1 wound, which is pretty nice. So 1 broadside less. Unfortunately, not enough to make them run, though, is it? Although these guys here are not part of their unit, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining, and I killed 2 models. Yep, that's a leadership check on those. I think that's already leadership because everything else did fire and did run and so on. So leadership check on the broadsides in the tower. Leadership 8. They pass again on an 8 exactly. These guys did not get fired at, did they? No, don't think so. Yeah, I mean the drones. The drones have to see if they run away. 8, I think drones are not leadership 8. They should be leadership 7. But I'm not sure if they are part of the broadsides, if they have different leadership then. No, there's leadership 7. So they're off the board because they, no matter how far they run, they immediately get wiped. Right there. And that is 1 broadside squad entirely removed. The other one severely damaged because these guys are both on 1 wound and then they die next turn. 2 drones remaining. These guys here are on full wounds. 1 wound missing, but 4 drones still, and these guys are pretty much untouched. Pathfinders got wiped, and then we go over here to the sisters and see what they can do in close combat. Alright, so first of all, I'm gonna fire the I'm gonna charge with the sisters over here. They need a 7-inch charge, and they will gonna overwatch because 7 inches is still a pretty good charge to make. We have the Pathfinder unit that can fire supporting fire. The other guys are not in range because they're too far up. So we have 4 marker lights snap firing into the sisters, and we get 1 hit. And since they are the dedicated spotting unit for these guys, we can use 2 of those to increase our ballistic skill to 3. So we hit on force again, even though we are overwatching. Marker lights be damned. Alright, let's start with the high hit. Didn't really help because they're still not hitting very well. So 4 hits, re-rolling. Wow, 5 hits only, winning on 2s. It's all wounds and 3 up armor saves. 2 sisters dead. Blam blam. And then we have the smart missile systems. Hitting on force again and twin linked. And wounding on 2s because there's still toughness 3 and then strength 5. And 3 up armor saves on the sisters. And they are exactly wiped. No, actually, they're missing 1. Yeah, right. So 1 single sister survives. Probably this one. And she's gonna make a 7-inch charge still. Alright. So 7 inches, no terrain or anything in the way, so she can just go full charge. Nope, doesn't make it. And does not have fleet or anything to help her out here, I think. It's just normal distance. Let's have a look. Sister of Silence has nothing. That's okay though. At least they're fearless and everything, so it should be okay. The other unit is gonna make it in automatically, because obviously they are right in front. 9 inches, so they have to go closest to closest, and then unengaged models. And then closest unengaged models, I guess? No, it doesn't matter, as long as we get into base contact with as many as we can. Obviously we have to stay in unit currency though, so we can't go over here, but we can go over there. And we can go over here. And we can go over here. Yep, all in unit currency. And then the next Sisters of Science unit over there. 3 inches is already in, because we don't need more than that. So 1 here, 1 here. The other guys can't, other girls, sorry, not guys, cannot make it anywhere else, so they can just pie in. And this one can move over here. Like so. Alright, that's all the charges I have to declare. So first of all, fear check on the broadsides. Leadership 8. They are afraid, so they're hitting on 5s. But the sisters get to go first because they're initiative 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. They have 2 attacks each, and they are charging. And they have close combat weapon and their weapon, but their weapon is two-handed, so I have no idea why they have the close combat weapon, because it doesn't do anything for them. Right, hitting on 3s. Pretty good. Alright, see you, Yerio. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Alright, wounding on 4s, because they have strength 4 with the Executioner Great Blade. And that is 1, 2 drones dead. And the rest is on broadsides, because they are the ones in close combat next. And that means that 2 broadsides are dead, because it's AP2. And the same initiative on this side here, the other sisters. Also 5, 15 attacks, hitting on 3s. Reroll. And wounding on 4s. Alright, and then again we can take them on the drones, which is 1. Then 2 wounds on the broadside, which is dead. And then 3 wounds on the other drones, and they are all wiped. And that is 1 broadside squad less. And that's why I wanted to kill the transport of the sisters, but that blob in the middle was so scary that I didn't do it. But on the other hand, the blob in the middle just fired 1 volley of fire and just annihilated a squad over here. So I guess they are both a threat. And the wyverns are also a threat, so it's a pretty good concept. Alright, sisters will consolidate 4 inches, and they will do so by moving very close to the building, so the Riptide can't see them as well. And the broadsides can't see them either, because they're too far up. And then we obviously try to spread as much as we can, so the iron accelerator doesn't screw us. Like so. Then we have another threat here that can deal with the Riptide pretty much. And with the broadside, so they have to be worried about them. Then these here will also consolidate 3 inches. I'm gonna consolidate behind cover a little bit, so just in case he decides to drop that template, I'll at least get some saves. But we're still gonna move forward. At least a little. Alright. Long lives the open top transports. I love that. Really sucks that that is not a normal option. Alright. I guess that is their turn. So that's turn to Inquisition. And that hurt. The Death Star in the middle ate the entire firepower and still dealt a lot of damage back. And then the broadsides got pretty much wiped here. This unit is fully functional and the rest is pretty hurt. Pathfinder support is severely limited because we only have 9 left. But that's okay. We can see if we can do it. Alright, so the question is, do I keep firing into them or do I keep firing into something else? So the Riptide, I think, has to go for these sisters here. They are a little bit too dangerous to keep them alive. And I guess we start with his Nova reactor. He fails, so he takes a wound. And then we can jump him over here. Get in range with his rifle. And his drones. Pathfinders will have to stand still. They don't have a choice. These guys... Not sure what they should do, to be honest. They don't have very good targets here. If I can go for the Wyverns, I need to remove the Wyverns. I think that's the thing I want to do here. 36. We don't have marker light support for these Wyverns at all because they got wiped. So that means we have to be a little bit careful with firing something into the Wyvern squad because the drones are not in range. So I have to move forward with the drones, and then I could possibly, if they fail their cover saves, wreck a Wyvern or two. I think I want to do that because I need to get rid of them. So 36 is right there. So let's move the drones forward, the jetpacks. And we also move one drone over here instead. Okay, then over here, these guys here will do the same, I guess. That drone is going to hop over here. Terrain and terrain. They're good. And the rest of the drones is already in range. And these here don't have to move. They have enough targets, to be honest. I mean, if I want to fire these here into that Wyvern, I mean, then I have to move forward. But as I said, I need to deal with these here, so I don't think I can do that. All right, so let's move on to Pathfinders next. Am I playing ATC? No, don't think so. I playing normal. Yeah, it's just normal rules. I don't think I have anything house ruled either at the moment. Not in this game. In some games too, but not in this one. I'm not even sure if the ITC allows this multi-level hitting. I don't think it does. I think that's just normal rules, but you know. I'm not updated if they agree with the FAQ of the official FAQ or if they keep their own limits, so I didn't go for it. Alright. How do I deal with these sisters? This is really, really annoying. So first of all, I can fire at them with this. So that's pretty easy. And then I can move the Pathfinders forward, I guess, to kill them. But if I do that, I lose my Shrouded. So they are pretty much dead. And I can't see them, like, at all. If I move on top of here, I can. Okay, let's do it like this. This broadside is gonna step on here. So you can actually see the Sisters of Silence. And then this one here is also gonna step on it. I mean, he has to roll for terrain, but we only need 1-inch movement pretty much. And we only get 1-inch movement. Like so. Yeah. Wobbly model syndrome. But we can see them now. Might not be able to get them. Oh, actually, we're in range with everything. Alright, so the drones will not move, I guess. Nah. I don't want to lose my drones, and these guys have target locks, so we can swap targets anyway. And I think I'll keep the forest finders where they are. I think I'm just gonna risk it. Not having so much marker lights there. And that is it. Alright, let's start with the shooting. I'm not gonna do any focus fire this turn, and I'm gonna start with the Riptide trying to blast. He does make it, and he's not getting hot, so where's my blast? There it is. He's gonna try to target this sister squad. I spread them really well, apparently. But we can still get 3 with 1 shot, which is pretty decent. Alright, he currently is ballistic skill 3. Ow, that is a very, very bad turn for the Riptide. Goes over here and misses. And then we have the Plasma. Hits, doesn't wound. And we have shielded missile drones, 2 of them. Hitting on 5s, wounding on 2s. 3 up safe. Nothing. That's bad. The Riptide did not do anything. This guy obviously has to turn and move 1 inch. Forgot to move that broadside here, but it's 4K. I mean, the intent was clear. Everybody is supposed to see something. All right, there we go. So we're obviously going to fire the high yield first. So high yield and smart missile systems into the sisters down here, because they're closer. And the drones will fire into this quad here. Or do I really want that? This is not the shooting part. The shooting part is back here. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna fire into the guys over here. So let's do the drones first then. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. All right. 2 hits. And 2 wounds with cover saves. No. No 4-up cover in the crater, it's just 5-ups. Because they're not in a ruin. And then we have the original broadside shooting around. 1, 2, 3, 4. We fire the high yield first so I can have some targets that I can actually see. Oh, actually, we can only fire in this unit, right? Yeah, we can't even see these guys or these girls. I guess we have to target lock him into them then, because he can't see anything else. So let's do him first. So he has to fire into this squad. Start with the high yield. Rerolling. 3 hits, wounding on 2s. And 3-up saves. It's 1 sister down. And then his smart missile system, which doesn't require line of sight. Also hitting on 4s, rerolling. Wounding on 2s. With 3-up armor. It's another sister dead. Right here. And then the other 2 into the other squad. Twin linked. That was not good. 2s and 3-ups. Ooh, 3 of them failed. Okay, that's good for them. And then we have the smart missile. Oh, there is 2 hits with the smart missiles. Not good. 4. So 6 total. Wounding on 2s again. Ouch. Okay, that is probably... Yep, that means 1 sister survives. And as they're fearless, they don't have to take any test either. So the question is, do I fire these guys into the sister squad then as a shooting unit? That means I lose my shrouded, but to be honest, I don't care about shrouded, and I might be able to kill these 2. I actually can kill all of them. So let's fire those, I guess. They have their, what's it called? I never shoot that rifle, but they have it. It's basically a 2-shot pulse carabine, I think. Yep. So pulse carabine is assault 2. So we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 shots. Hitting on 4s. Not bad. And wounding on 2s, because it's strength 5. Ow. Get a bad roll. 3-ups. Okay, that's another bad roll, and 2 of them die. No pinning test required because they are fearless in general, because they are pariahs, and they don't care. But that was a good pot shot from the Pathfinders to whittle down that unit. So essentially I have 1 Sister of Silence in each squad left. Alright, so next I guess we have these Pathfinders here. What do I do with those? Because I don't have really much synergy here. I guess I should have fired... I should have fired those Makalites before I was shooting into these guys here. My bad. We can see her though, so we have 1, 2, 3 guys maybe that can shoot her. Yep, So 3 guys can shoot her with their rifles again. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 2s. She's fine. Damn it. Okay, so no armor save failed. So she's still alive, and I guess we fire the last 2 broadside units, because this is all I have left shooting. Okay, so this is Operation Kill the Wyvern. So this stuff here is all gonna shoot into the Wyvern back there. We're gonna open fire first with 1, 2, 3, 4 drones. All with missile pods, obviously. 3 hits and wounding, glancing on 5s. That's a pen with a cover save, which it doesn't make. So what happens? It's a mortar destroyed. And then we have 2 broadsights with high yield missile pods. That's the only thing that's in range. Oh, I should have snap fired these here. My bad. I have to redo that. I was not paying attention, but I will redo that. That's important. Okay, twin linked here. Hidden on 4s. Nice. 3 glances in the pen, so let's see what the pen does. No cover save and shaken. So nothing really. And then 3 glances with 4 up cover. Another one. Okay, so 1 wyvern exactly goes down. Just wrecked. Like so. And the other one is totally fine because it didn't. The first one tanked all the damage. Let's do this first before I go back to the old combat. So the drones, 1 hit, nothing, and the broadsides, twin linked. Oh, that was not what I was selecting. Not really that good. And 1 glance, 1 pen, glance, saved, pen, saved, nothing. So rune save prevails. Alright, so that's all I have, but let's go back here and resolve that, because I moved with every single broadside, so I should have been snap firing at these sister squads. I did lose 2 sisters here, but I should have 3 remaining, and then we're gonna fire our stuff again. Alright, so hidden on 6s. Nothing, re-rolling. 1. 1 wound. 1 fine. Smart missile systems. 1 hit. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 3 up saves. 1 dead. And then the other one, snap firing that one into this unit. 2 hits. 2 wounds. 2 saves. Okay, so 2 come back. And that's how it should have been resolved in the end. Doesn't make a big difference, so I should have done that and probably fired the marker lights into the unit to get their ballistic skill higher, but I did fail at that. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to go down. Everything else is resolved correctly. So these here moved, but they can still fire because they're relentless as drones, and we wrecked 1 more wyvern. Okay, that's a pretty big win, but at the same time we're losing a ton of models, so I'm not sure if that's enough for the tower to actually win. So we have turn 3, Sisters of Science, Astra Militarum, and so on. Alright, so talking about the sisters, we're gonna move through that wall, I guess. Let's see how far we can go before I decide the target. 3 inches only, okay. So I can get up to here. The other one can also get into here, and then this one can only get to the edge. These 2 here I guess we could re-embark into the centaur again. Because if we move 6, we still don't have anything to charge. I can charge the broadside, but that's 2 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches through a terrain. So I would lose my initiative. I think I'm just going to re-embark. So they will re-embark into their transport. And this one is going to go for the suicide charge. Why not? Alright, this centaur here is going to move 12 inches to here. Actually, to here. Just because I want it to be a threat, and then these guys have to be scared. Because it can flat out next turn. This centaur here is going to move 12 inches to here and going to try to tank shock them next turn. And it's also going to give the sister a cover save against the shooting when she charges. Like so. Okay. These guys are going to move to cover. 5 inches. Keep on marching forward. These guys will hold still because I want to shoot my heavy weapons. These guys here will advance. 6 inches through the ruin. To here. So they're getting places because they could get into range here. And start harassing the broadside unit. And this stuff is going to stay where they are, I guess. No reason to really do anything about it. My orders still don't matter because I don't have any order that allows me to shoot better. I mean, could split fire, but I don't think I have to split fire because everything is in cover now. And yeah, maybe these guys, but I mean, even then, I'm hitting on force with the last cans. I got very lucky last turn when I was shooting, so I think we should be fine. So no ordering or anything, so we good. Alright. So the question is, where do I want to put the wyverns? I have 3 wyverns left. And I have some targets that I can get. I can get these guys here, because this is still a nice hit. I can get here, because this is clumped up. And I can even try to hit here, because I can get 2 drones here. And try to make them run. Because if they run, my sisters will get into range. And then they probably toast. I can also clip the pathfinders in the process and whittle them down a little bit. But it's not really more than 2 hits on the unit, I guess. So it's not really the best use of my AoE. Yeah, I can get 2 here, or I can get 2 here. By putting it on the drone. But I can also clip somebody here. Let's go for this one. I like that one. Alright, so first Wyvern is going to fire one shot, all of its shots over there. Because I like clipping this one and this one. Because I could snipe that 1 wound broadside. Alright, so first shot. I think I'll keep it. Let's get us 3 inches over. Let's see where that would end. Right here on the corner. So if you take that one, I would get no hits. It's iffy. I'm gonna reroll. Greed. Damn it. Okay, that's bad. That's 4 inches back. Well, actually, it hits the broadside on the face, so that's okay. So it hits the broadside right here, and also hits a drone. So we have 1, 1, and 1. Okay, second shot is right on target, so we can scatter that one to hit 2 in this unit or hit him and 2 down here. I think we hit him and 2 down there. So that's 2 and 3. Third shot scatters off, so we're gonna reroll. Nice. So it's another 5, 3. And the last shot flips over this way and it's gonna hit 2 guys at least here. Yeah, 2. I'm gonna keep that. So we have 7 against that guy and 3 again against the original target. Alright, so 7 wounded on force with shred, thankfully. Nice. We have a 4 up from the drone first. 4 up, it's dead. And then 2 ups on the broadside. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. He's fine. Alright. So 1 drone destroyed. And then we have the other wounds against the broadside with shred and 2 up armor. And he faints 1. Nice. Every wound on the broadside is closer to them getting wiped, I guess. Alright, what else do we need to do? I still have 2 more wyverns, so I guess I'm gonna shoot with these guys first here before everything goes down. We don't have any rapid firing range here, so we can just do our normal attacks. Hitting on 3s, because we're veterans. 2 cocked dice. Wounding on 5s, because they're toughness 4. With 4 up armor on the drone, it's dead. And 2 up armor on the broadside, he's fine. Alright. So peeled off another wound of that squad, so they have to take a leadership test regardless. And then I have to decide whether or not I want to fire with the wyverns into this squad or not. Actually, I should have hit the Pathfinder here 3 times. Whoops. Didn't even see him, but he's right under the other broadside, so he should have gotten hit 3 times. And that's 1 drone down. Drone. Pathfinder. There we go. So 1 Pathfinder goes. That's also a leadership. Wyvern turret against the towers? No, not at all. The list is completely random. I just like to play broadside sometimes, and I always run this setup. It's no different. And the Wyvern is always effective most of the times. I would not bring it. I mean, if I have the slots free, I will bring a Wyvern, disregardless of what opponent I'm playing against, because they deal so much damage. They're actually way, way better against the other units, except these, because the tower units are pretty elite. I mean, they're extremely effective against Pathfinders, but everything else, not really. Not this game, at least. Alright, where do we shoot? Probably here. I still like this idea, though. I think I'm just gonna try again. Why not? I am rage 100%, because the Wyvern has very good range. That's a direct hit. Cool. So it's 1, 1, 1. So 2, 2, 1, and 1. Second. Goes off by 1, hits 1, so I'm gonna reroll that. Still goes off over here, which might hit. Yeah, it's just 1. Okay. So 1 on the drone squad. Number 3 goes over here. It's just gonna hit 1 drone, so I'm gonna reroll. Nice. That's a direct. With a direct, we can't do much more. I think we're just gonna keep it. So it's 5 and 2. And then the last one. Scale us over would get 1 and nothing, so I'm gonna reroll. And that hits 1. So it's 6 and 2. 6 on the unit. Rerolling with shred. 4. And oh, wait a second. No. That's not how this works. We only have one drone closest, so drone is fine. Drone is dead, and then the broadside is next. Actually, not sure about that one, because I mean, in theory, it's closer. It's 2.5, and this is 4. But at the same time, it counts as hitting all levels. I think he's still closer. It's a little bit weird, but I think he's supposed to be closer. So he takes it, and he does not take it. All right. And then we have, what, 2 or 3? I don't remember. I think we have 3 against the other one. With shred. And a 2-up. Ouch. And finally I got him. One broadside sniped, and we have one more Y1 to go. So this time this is obviously less attractive. I can go for these guys. They have just one wound left. I think it's a smart thing to snipe them out, even though they would try to run away or something, you know. You can't rely on them running away. They already tried to run away 2 times and they did fail. So we're gonna target that drone. I can see the drone because it's far up. It's a direct hit, so it's 3. And the second one is gonna be 1, but I'm gonna twin link that one. So it's 3 again. So 6. Third shot is another 3, and the fourth shot is 1, because it scatters over here and hits the broadside again. So we have 10. I'm going to keep that one. 10 is a good number. Okay. Flashbane or shred? What? Flashbane? No, that's the wrong rule. Wow, that was really bad wounding though. The first thing hit is still a drone? I don't know. I mean, I targeted a drone technically. Okay, drone makes it. Drone's dead. And 2-up saves on both broadsides. They're fine. Okay. So at least I killed every single drone. That's something as well. And I already forgot again, but I need to check line of sight and range for my heavy. Yes, I can see him, so I should have shot the heavy as well. Most of the time it doesn't do much though. But in this case it's really important that I count all my wounds because it is a... oh, exactly, that's why. That's one guy dead. This wyvern here did fire at this squad, so was in range 2. I didn't think I was in range there, to be honest. 36 feels not like much, but at the same time it does make sense because the broadside unit can target them, and if they can target them, the heavy bolter should also be in range, so that was my mistake. And this one was targeted at this unit too. Same unit. Yep, so it's also 3 shots from the heavy. Out of order, obviously. Should have shot them at the same time, but... oh, wait a second, just 1. Okay, didn't do anything. Alright. Did I fire with these guys already? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the sergeant is still alive, so it's 7 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're all gonna fire into the broadside unit. 3 hits only, that's bad. 1 wound. And that's 1 dead drone, I think. That's 14. 14. 14, yeah, it's equidistant, so we can choose the drone, and the drone is toast. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Did I move? Oh, I did move. Okay. I was like, wait a second, did I move my sister here? Yeah, I did. Alright, so the centaur is gonna shoot his heavy stubber. 2 hits, 2 wounds. 2 deaths. Probably not a good idea because I wanted to charge, but on the other hand, the tower will fall back into this direction, so they will come to me if they fail the leadership, which is nice. Um, this centaur here, I guess, into the broadside unit. One hit, one wound, one save, and do I have anything else? Did these guys fire? Yes, they did. Yeah, okay, I guess the blob in the middle will fire. So we still have that plasma gun, but I don't think it's much, doesn't have much range anymore. No, it's out of range. Okay. So we have 3 target choices. That's what that means. 48 range on the last cans, so I guess we fire last cans into the broadside unit because that would break that unit's neck. Alright, so last cannons hitting on 4s. 2. Wounding on 2s. 2. And the closest one is probably this guy. So broadside is 13-3. That's also broadside. Oh, that's both on the broadsides, I guess. 4 up cover. Oh, that is 1 broadside dead, but he already lost 1 wound, so it's good. It doesn't instant kill him. Blam. The eagle and everything is dead. We have to check if the demon host is not in range, so it doesn't matter. And I guess we could run with these, but I don't want to. Yeah, I think we good G. Okay, can I actually see a drone here? Okay, let's sorry about this, but this is gonna let's look at yeah, we can totally see that drone, so we can technically charge it. Just have to see how much range we have. Come on. Stupid camera. Okay, it's a little bit weird with the camera. So we can declare a charge because we can see the unit, but we still declare the charge against the closest model, which is this one here. So we would get, I don't know. Let's see. Come down, drone. That is a 2 inches exactly. And 3 inches up because I always count these levels as 3. So that's 5. Through cover is a 7-inch charge against the broadside unit, but the plus point is they can only overwatch with 1 drone and 2 smart missile systems, so we could survive that one. Or we kill the pathfinders and hide below here so they can't even see me. And then charge safely next turn. I think we charge safely next turn because there's already a unit in here. And I think that's probably the better choice. The broadsides will still only get to overwatch with 1 single drone, so that's good. We can do that charge pretty easily, and I guess that's all. Alright, let's do some leadership tests before, though. Leadership test on the broadside. He's totally fine, as thought. Every time this happens, he's totally fine. These guys here lost 2, I think. Yeah, so they're fine. The pathfinders... Did they? Not even sure. These guys here lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they lost 1, 2, 3. Okay, so leadership test on them. Oh, they fail. Am I sure about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I killed this guy and I killed a drone. And did I kill another drone? Did I kill 2 drones here? Even then, it's 2 out of 6, which is still enough for leadership. Okay, so I guess they're running away. How far? 3 inches. Okay, that's not far, but still. Now, this is an interesting question. Do they drop down first or they move first? I think they go the farthest they can go to the table edge. The farthest they can go to the table edge is dropping down 1 level, because that's the maximum distance, and the drone wouldn't be able to move further than that, or does it? No, it can't, because jetpack is not unlimited movement anymore. Okay, I guess the sisters can charge then, because these guys will have to test and maybe get destroyed, which is nice. So drop them down here. And that guy also drops down, and he does drop down. Like so. Trying to flee towards this table edge because we had the Vanguard deployment. Okay. Oh yeah, leadership test on these Pathfinders over there because they lost 2 guys. Leadership, I don't know, 7 maybe? 8 doesn't sound good. Sounds like the sister is gonna have some fun with them. Yep, they are 7. So they fall back 6 inches, and now they lose their shrouded as well. So moving 5 inches here and 6. This one moves 6. 6. Making this charge much easier. And did I test with these guys? I think I already tested with those. Yeah. And the Pathfinders here, I don't think they did. They lost 1 guy. Yep, they lost 1 guy. That guy in the corner here. So leadership test. They are fine. Okay. So essentially we have this squad running and this squad running, and that is very, very bad for them. If I charge them, I get 2 rockets in the face and smart missile systems. If they make their test. If they don't, I get the chance to overrun them and outright destroy them without even rolling. It's kind of iffy. Also Pathfinder Overwatch. So 2 marker lights possibly. Or 3 even. Now I'm gonna charge the Pathfinders. I'm a sissy. Okay, let's fire the Pathfinders. 1 marker light. Gonna use that to increase my missile skill to biscuit 2 with the drones. So hitting on 5s. Wounding on 2s. With a 3-up armor. Okay. And they are in. They only needed 2 inches anyway. I'm gonna play this a little bit more safe, because if I remove the marker lights, it's pretty unlikely that the smart missile system can do much. And I have still that other centaur here. Oh, sorry, the centaur. The centaur should have moved flat out. My bad. I fired already, so it doesn't matter, but I should have moved flat out instead. Alright, and then I'm gonna charge over here. That's a 7-inch charge. They have to regroup or they get destroyed if I make it. They do not regroup. On a 7 they did. Nope, they're not dead. Do they still get to Overwatch? That's interesting. I actually don't know. Let's see. I don't think they get to Overwatch. I think they just fail, and I fail the charge, and we don't do anything. Falling back. Let's have a look into the rulebook, because that's pretty interesting. All right. Get destroyed when they touch the table edge, so on. If it is charged, it must test to regroup. See grouping when assaulted below. Okay. Units that have charge declared against them while falling back must always test to regroup as soon as the enemy is found to be within charge range, which he is. Obviously, she was within charge range. This test is always normal leadership test and does not require insane heroism. Okay, so they failed that one too because they have not a 12. If the test is failed, the assaulted unit is removed as a casualty at the end of the charge subphase after all charge moves have been completed. If the test is successful, the unit regroups and fight continues as normal. I guess they still get destroyed then, and I don't get the charge. Because they would fail at the end. I would not make the charge, obviously, but they still fail the test and they would count as being destroyed because they didn't successfully made it. I don't know. It's a little bit iffy. But I guess the rule is there so I can still get in here with my charge if I made the charge and they would get destroyed disregardless. It just matters if I get the free movement or if I do not. And I would not get a consolidate either because I obviously didn't make it. I think they're dead. But that's a little bit weird. The scenario is weird. Okay. Going back to here, this is fine. No other charges declared. And we get to fight with the Pathfinders. So Pathfinders going first, obviously, because I don't have assault grenades, as mentioned in the review. Sisters do not have assault grenades for some reason, so we have to fight with the Pathfinders first. Oh yeah, wait a second. Fear check. They pass. So 2 hits and wounding on force with a 3 up. Yay. We survived. And that means... Oh, wait a second. This sister has to move in as well. Get in here. And we have 3 attacks each, because we have 2 attacks base and +1 for the charge. Hitting on 3s. Right, the broadsights, should they overwatch? Technically, yes, they are falling back. Yeah, right. I forgot about that. No, thank you. I should have overwatched with them too. Because obviously they're falling back, but I think you can still fire overwatch when you're falling back. And that should apply to supporting as well. I think at least. Okay, there we go. Okay, should make a difference. I mean, they should lose 1 sister here. Okay, just lose 1 sister, okay. Doesn't matter which one. Let's say this one, but we still would make the same charge. They still would make the same test, and then we get 1 attack less. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. That's a cocked one. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but we lose a sister. That's a difference. Yep, that's 2 Pathfinders down. Slice, slice. They have to take their leadership test, which they don't make, and they get overrun automatically, pretty much. Yep, they did, because I managed to have 5, that's an 8, and that's a 8 as well, so they get overrun. And sweeping advanced. Alright. Sisters, consolidating, 6 inches, okay. Very obvious choice, we're going to go outside, because the broadsights are still falling back, but as I mentioned, you can still fire overwatch when you're falling back. So, fire overwatch, fire snapfire while you're running away, which sucks, so I have to get out of line of sight, so they can only fire the smart missiles. Hey Giddy, welcome to the stream, or welcome back in this case. You got the tabletop simulator, that's great. You got it just in time because we have a lot of new stuff here. You can gizmo multiple stuff and all that good things, which is really nice. I requested that from the on the Reddit of the developers, and that was really nice that they actually implemented that because it allows me to play these maps a little bit faster. All right, so unit wiped. Where was I? Did I have any charges? No. All right, so that's Tau turn 3, and we have to see what we want to do. Does the Riptide want to activate a Nova charge? I think so. Yep. All right, so Nova Reactor. Okay, it does it. I think I'm gonna go with the double tap plasma, so I can take out these girls now, because they stepped out of the building. But to be honest, they would have died anyway because of the broadsights if they did not make it. Oh yeah, talking about broadsights, we have to regroup real quick. So regrouping, with the broadside unit. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models left out of uh, yeah, they still have full leadership. So leadership 8, they're fine. Where do we regroup to? I don't know. Not really far. I think I'm just gonna stay on this level. These here will obviously fall back a little bit closer. And this one here will move a little bit away from the other drone to here. And we are Gucci. Okay, this guy doesn't even have to move. Why should he? And do we keep killing the wyverns? Or do we actually try to knock these guys down? Because it's pretty hard to do. And I don't have any Pathfinders left, so I guess we have to go for kill points at this point. There's no point of thinking we survive this. So kill points wise, these guys are the easiest to kill. I think that's the obvious choice here. So we're gonna get those drones and Congo line. Like so. And open fire into those, because they barely have any cover. This one here can open fire probably still into the wyvern, because we can kill the wyvern easier than all of this. And I don't have any line of sight to anything else, really. Only these guys. So you can finish these guys off in case these can't make it. Riptide is going to go for here, for sure. He does not have target lock, so we can only kill one target regardless. And this broadside unit has to kill that centaur, because there's still sisters inside, and I need to remove those, because you can see what they do if they can come in. So they will do that. Alright, so no marker lights to do, so we can just go to the plasma stuff first. I think we have 18 on the plasma. Where is my Riptide? Because I never play with plasma rifles. Twin link plasma rifle. No, it's actually 24. Why did I remember having lower range than that? I don't know. Doesn't matter. They are pretty much they're in range. But let's start with the drones, because I don't want him to get hot and kill. And he's gonna kill himself for sure, because he always does that. So 2 wounds on the sisters. And that's 1 sister down. And then we fire the plasma. Thankfully twin linked. 2 hits, wounding on 2s. Go to ground. Oh no, we can't go to ground. We are fearless. So she's dead. Oop. Doesn't have an in-1 save. Alright, so that's a kill point. Then these guys here, do we actually have line of sight to the centaur? What the hell? We have, and I think I can see it. It's iffy. Yeah, I say we can see it because I got the regrouping thing, and I could have moved a little bit further. I'd say he can see. This drone cannot see though, because it's kind of not in range. So we're gonna. Do we fire the drones into a different target? Okay, this is gonna be interesting. These here into this target first. That's obvious, because then I can decide whether or not I want to use the target lock. So everything here into that unit. 3 hits with the drones and 2's the wound with cover. 1. And that is all the cover they were gonna get, but next one is this one. Yep, that would get cover as well. So I guess we fire the smart missile system. Yep. Okay, smart missile system first. God damn it. Winning on 2s. I think it's just 3 dead, right? Because it's AP5. Yep. 1, 2, 3. And then the high-yield missile pods. Do they have cover now? They do not. Nice. Exactly what I wanted. 1 hit. Rerolling though. 3 hits. Oh, come on. 3 wounds, and I guess we go to ground at this point, because why not? Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 1 guy is remaining. Huh. Okay. In this case, I'm gonna keep him alive. I think I can finish him off any time. I don't have to dedicate firepower from here into him. So, if the drones want to, they can fire at something else. Um, we can fire 2 into the centaur, 3 into the centaur. Okay, so 3 drones into the centaur, and the broadsights will target lock into the other centaur. All right, so 3 drones is 6 shots, hitting on 6s, nothing, and then the broadsights with let's do smart misses first because it's easier. 1 hit and 3 hits. Glancing on 6s. Yep, it's front armor, so 1. And then we have the high hit missipods. Also hitting on 6s. Wow, 3 hits. Okay, that's probably a dead centaur. Yep. And glancing on 4s with strength 7 against armor 11. Cover. 4 up. Yeah, it's dead. Alright, is it open topped? I think so. It looks open topped, to be honest. Yeah, it is open topped. And we have 2 pence, I think. Yeah, 2 pence. No, it's not dead. No pinning chest required for the sisters, because they are fearless. And they have to disembark. Where is my sisters? There they are. I mean, they can't fire anymore, so I might as well disembark into the terrain, right? Fired, fired. The only thing they can fire is him. So let's see the range of the smart missile system. You can fire at me regardless, so it doesn't matter. And he's the only guy that's still alive, so yeah, we're gonna try to get into the terrain. And we make it. Although I'm not sure if I actually need to roll that. I think I can just automatically get into it. So sister going here and going here. And then it's wreck it. Alrighty. We have 1 broadside remaining. So we have 1 guy here, and we have the centaur over there. I think we're gonna go for the centaur here. Because this guy is... We can kill him anytime, I think. You can also try to kill these guys here, but... I'm not sure if I can make it. I mean, I can try. I'll try on those, because I need the firepower. And it feels a little bit overkill to kill something else. So this is smart missiles. Killing 2 guys, and then the high yield missipods. Twin linked. Running on 2s. Go to ground. 3 up. Didn't make a difference, but 3 guys die. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Didn't make a difference because if they run away, they stand up anyway, and if they don't run away, it's great. We stay and we deny kill point. All right, I think that is everything. So, assault. 1 drone in front. Nah, not really. I don't want the drone in front because of the leadership test. Then over here. Can we actually make assault moves? Because we did regroup. I don't know. Not sure if we can actually move. Doesn't matter though. I mean, the sisters will die in Overwatch probably, so doesn't make a difference. And then the Riptide, 10 inches. I guess he wants to kill these guys. He doesn't really want to run away from them. So I'm gonna hop him over here. And yeah, he's far enough away from the sister. She's not gonna get him. Let's say she makes a 10-inch charge. And then his drones will also follow him. So he can remove this stuff next turn, because he's the only hope they have at the moment. Alright. That is their turn, so going to turn 4. This is some science, blah blah blah. The entire thing. The thing is, do I escape now or do I not? Because if I escape, I think we win the game. The Riptide is gonna be able to kill something, but as long as we stay behind cover, he can't kill anything because he doesn't have any line of sight ignoring kind of weapon. So I think we just flee. So embarking, moving 12, and getting away. And these here are a little bit screwed, so they have to fight no matter what. This guy here is moving 6 inches. I guess he has to take a leadership test before he does that. Leadership, yeah, he fails. So I guess he's moving 6 inches. That's actually really good for me if he regroups, which he probably will not. Did not regroup, okay. So he's gonna keep falling back 4 inches. And then the other squad over here also has to take a test from last time that I forgot. I think they pass. They still have their sergeant. Should be okay. Where is my veterans? Come on, guys. You're very, very expensive, right? Right? Yeah, they do ship 8. Okay, so that's good. And they stay where they are. And this stuff doesn't have to take any tests, including the sisters. Yep. Okay, so how do I win this with kill points? So first of all, I can kill this here, especially if I remove them. If I remove the broadside, they will fall back 3d6 inches, so that's a pretty likely thing. I can also try to kill this guy with Spitfire, which I can order to myself. And I guess I can also take these guys, but I don't have anything but the sister. If I fire at these guys first, though, I might be able to wipe them out with the sisters, and then the Riptide has to deal with me. That's interesting. I still have the Wyvern. I mean, the Wyvern can deal some damage to these groups, but they're most effective against these kind of groups. So I guess the Wyvern should take a shot first here, and then I see whatever I can finish off. Complicated. Alright, let's move the sisters first. 3 inches, so they cannot really move much here. I'm gonna keep her away from the drone, because I think the Wyvern might be able to shoot there. Any more movement? Don't think so. The stuff likes cover, so they will stay in cover. And the Centaur is gonna move flat out, 12 inches, because he's fast. He can't really escape the Riptide, but, you know, he can at least try. On the other hand, I mean, I can just stay behind here. Like here. Can you see me? He can't. Alright, that's good, pretty good kill point deny, I guess. Let's stay here. Staying here is the better option. We can also fire, so I guess why not? Yeah, let's stay. This guy is running, so it doesn't matter. And I guess we can open fire with the artillery next. Hey, Photo. I already played Dark Messiah, but I'm gonna keep playing afterwards. But you never know, right? You might be a fan of Warhammer too. Alright, let's fire the Wyvern first. I think this is just a prime target. We have to fire here. They might fall back. Rockets are annoying. And, you know. Can I actually kill the broadside this turn? Statistically speaking, probably not. Okay, let's not do that. I think the best idea is hitting here. Because if we get a good hit on the drone, we hit 3 models. And if we scatter, we always hit a model. So this is actually pretty perfect because they fall back earlier. We can also see them pretty easily because it's an open building. So Y1 has line of sight. So we only scatter 1 inch when we scatter. Over here. Still hits 3 of them in the first shot. So 1 shot, 3 hits, 2 shots. Can I get more than 3? I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 in 1 hit. Yep, if I target right there. So we have 7. Third shot. Nice. That's really good. And the last shot. Also really good. Wow. Okay, that's probably gonna be the game deciding one here. Uh, 3, 4, yeah, 12. Okay. So that's the amount of hits. Wounding on force. That is okay wounding, I guess. Could have been better. And rerolling with... Oh, that was bad. That was a really, really bad reroll. Okay, so it's still not really dead yet. First thing hit is probably the drone. So 4-up save is dead. That's really good because these drones tank a lot sometimes. Next closest is the broadside. So 2-up saves on him. 2-up. Oh, he takes 1. 1 at a time, or do we? 1.5. It's equal distance, so I guess I would take it on the other broadside. Yeah, I would. So we can do 2 at a time still. He's fine, and the last one, he is fine. Okay, so 1 drone did die, but he only took 1 wound in the process. Okay, do we still keep shooting at them? Because we still have that Wyvern support. We get 2 hits at best, and then we hit our own sisters. Probably not worth it. Um, hmm. On the other hand, if we kill 1 more drone here, they lost 2 and they have 4 left, so they would force another leadership test. That sounds pretty juicy to me. I just don't know how to target that one. That's the main issue here. If I target right here, I get 1 broadside, pretty much. All right, let's do this. I can try. I can try. All right, so first shot goes off. Twin link that one. Ew, still goes off 3 inches. It's not. The measurement is really off here. So right there. Yeah. And the second goes over and hits 2 actually. Hits the drone as well. Next one. Twin link that one. Is missing. That is gonna hit 1. Do I twin link that one? Yes, I do. Hits 1. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 hits on the unit. 3 wounds. And he's fine. Alright. Guess that wasn't worth it. I'm gonna fire 1 single shot into this squad here. 1 single shot, one Wyvern volley. I cannot get any more hits than 1 though. That sucks. So first one. All right, sorry, a second. I need my heavy bolters all in range. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So he takes a wound. And then we keep on firing with the Wyvern over here. Alright, so first shot goes over, probably pretty good for me. 3 inches. Eh. Do we greed out here or do we not? I think we greed. Not. So 1, 1, 1. Second. Twin linked. Come on, give me a direct. Nope. That still hits the drone though, so it's 2-2. So 3. Come on, I want a direct hit here. Twin linked. It's another one, so 3-3. And come on, buddy. I guess it hits 1, but I'm still gonna try to twin link that one. I want the direct hit. Nah, I didn't get it. I still clip this one here because he's out of sight of the shadow. So 4-4. That's 4 hits on the unit, wounding on 4s. And shred. 2 wounds, 4 up. 4 up. 1 drone dead. And 3 heavy bolter shots. 1 hit. Nothing. Feels bad, man. Okay, so at least they have to take a leadership test. That's nice. These guys don't, but their broadsides are pretty much dead. So that's good. Alright. I have nothing left to fire at them, though, do I? There's this guy that's falling back. He's in range. Okay, he's gonna do it. Just watch. Ah, he almost hit. I guess we have that carrier. Yeah, if the carrier is gonna fire its stubber. 2 hits. 1 wound. No. I need to peel off these last 2 wounds here before I fire my last cannons, because it's gonna be a waste of shots. I can't get in range of anything else. Maybe I should move these guys out of cover, but then the Riptide is gonna shoot and then they all die, so not really an option. Let's fire these guys first here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this. Hitting on 6s, because they went to ground. 1 wound. Nice. 2 up. Perfect. That's the heroes that I need. Kill them and finish off that unit. That's a kill point. And now the question is, do we open fire into them or into them? I think into them, so we can weaken them for this assault. And these guys here are not going anywhere, and they might even run off the table. Okay, so Yokai heroes, gonna try to finish those both sides off. Don't fail me now, guys. You're very expensive, and that's for a reason. Hopefully. Yep, that's really good. Winning on 2. Very good too. And 4 up cover. Excellent. That's 1 broadside dead for sure, because he's the closest. And the next one is probably a drone. From here. That is a 32-6. Oh, it's very close. Yep, that's a drone. Blam. Alright, that's another leadership test on them, and that's only 1 guy that can fire Overwatch and 1 drone. So that's really, really good result. Okay, that's all I have though. That's basically everything that's left. Leadership here, they pass, and leadership here, they pass. Okay. Although, are they below 25%? No, they aren't. Okay, so they do pass. So even if they run away, it wouldn't be much of a difference. Okay, so we're gonna charge here with the Sisters of Silence. They're gonna Overwatch, so we have the drone. 1 hit. 1 wound. Come on, sisters. Oh, that was close. Okay, she survives. And then this time I don't forget my smart missile systems. 1 hit. Wounding on a 2. Nice. Alright, I think we got them. If we don't fail the charge now. Nope, we don't fail it. That's 3 inches exactly. So we exactly made the charge. Actually, we did not exactly make the charge. I mean, we technically did because we can also assault here. We actually have to assault here. Because this is right 3 inches 1 level up, and that's it. Okay. Test for the broadsides. Leadership 8. They are totally afraid. And I'm initiative 1 because I charged through terrain, so the drones will pie in initiative 4 first. 2 drones hidden on 5s. No hits. The broadside is gonna attack. He has 2 attacks, I think. Yeah, he has 2 attacks. So 2 attacks, hitting on 5s. 1 hit, wound on a 2. 1 wound. Come on, don't you dare to die now. Yes, very good. Alright, and then we have 6 attacks with the great swords. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. You got this. Nice. So that kills 1 drone, because it's in base contact. And that kills also another drone or the broadside, whatever I decide, because they're both in base contact. So I'm going to allocate that to the drone. And the broadside has to take a leadership test at -2. So leadership 6, which he passes. So we stay locked in combat. I'm going to pie in. Not like that, but, you know, similar. Hey. Lemao, we stay locked in combat. That's the best possible result for the sisters, actually. Because they can't get killed in this turn, no matter what. Alright, that's it. And I guess we go to Tau turn. Number 4. Starting with the Nova charge, because we have to Nova charge, otherwise we don't have the mobility. And we fail another one, so Riptide is probably dead very soon, but he needs to get these killing points, otherwise it doesn't work. And he's going to use that to better his jump ability. Because we need to get places this turn to kill that one and that one and that one. So we're going to move 6 inches forward straight. These broadsides cannot do anything. This broadside, he has to stand still. We have to go for another kill point, I guess, so we're going to try to kill the Wyvern. So moving up with the drones. And that is all. So we're going to fire here into the Wyvern. We have 4 shots from the drones. 2 hits. Nothing. High yield missile pods. 4 hits. 5s. Nothing. Smart missile system is not in range. No, that's 33 inches. Alright. The broadside, riptide, broadside, whatever. The riptide is gonna fire its, gonna fire last, drones first. 2 misses, 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 go to ground. Hey, he's still alive. So 4 up, go to ground save. Then the riptide is gonna, whoa, toss the centaur. Obviously toss the, not toss the 10 centaur, he's just gonna shoot his ion accelerator. 2 shots, 2 hits, 2's the wound, 4 up, go to ground save. He's dead. Well. Alright, and that is all. So in the assault phase, we're gonna move the drones. 7 inches, back here. Maximum spread against the Wyvern. And he's gonna move 46, I think. I never used that movement. Nova Reactor, 46 thrust move. Okay, he needs a big number here, and then he can do some work. 10, 13 inches. That's good enough, I think. Yeah. So he makes it over here. So he can fire at the centaur this turn. And if not, at this guy. And then we go to the sword phase. This time I'm going at full initiative because I did not charge. Hitting on 4s. Oh yeah, fear check. On 3s, sorry. Fear check. Passed. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, and he's dead. Blam. AP2 Greatsword, so no armor saves. And they consolidate 1 inch away from the Riptide, because we can't catch him, but we can deny the kill point that he's trying to get. Okie dokie, that is all we can do with Tau. So now the question is, do we kill these guys with the Wyverns and then we can finish off the Riptide, or do we not, and do they have a chance at winning the game? So let's start with the Wyverns right away. I I also will go for the order to split fire just in case I have to. I get it, so these guys could still split fire if they want to. And I'm also gonna move them because there's no point in hiding. 3 inches. Does it make any difference? No. And no. Okay, so we don't have to move. Everything has line of sight and so on. So these guys here could move their 3 inches forward, then they would have line of sight to the riptide for sure. Okay, but let's start with the wyverns first, I guess. So wyvern number 1 is gonna try to snipe that drone. That's 1. Second shot, reroll. Third shot, reroll. That's 3. And next one, reroll. And that is 5. So 5 total. Wounding on force with shred. And 4 up armor saves. 4 up, come on, die. There we go. 1 drone dead. And then the heavy bolter. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. It's a cocked one. And a 2 up. He's fine. Next wyvern onto this guy's head. First shot. Hits. Second shot. Misses, twin linked. Misses. Hits. Oh yeah, hits. So 2 hits on the drone. Winning on force. With shred. Nothing. Okay, do I shoot 1 wyvern in here just to snipe the drones? I guess so. I mean, it's a pretty good target. And if we make him run away, that's pretty much GG. Because he can't get that kill point next turn. I think it's worth a shot, for sure. So first shot goes off, so we twin link that one. Goes off 4 inches. Right there. Second. Misses, twin linked. Nope. Third. That hits 1. Yep. And the last one also hits 1. So 2 hits. 2 wounds. No, there's actually toughness 6. Okay, 1 wound and a 2 up. Nice. We took 1 wound of the riptide. Alright, so I guess we can try to finish off the riptide now. Because we have some less cannons in here that are peeking out right there. We have line of sight to the riptide. We do not have line of sight to the drones. So that's good. We can only see 1 drone, so he can only take 1 from there. And he only has his 4 up from the ruin. Or we take out this guy because he doesn't have any cover saves. I'm gonna shoot at the riptide. I'm gonna go big money here. Alright guys, don't fail me now. 4 hits with the last cannons, pretty good. Wounding on 2s, because it's last cannons. Nice. The drone is fine. Is dead. And the riptide himself is dead. That is 2 non-4 plus cover saves. He's down. And that last drone has to take a leadership test too. Which it doesn't make. Yep. Doesn't make, and it's falling back 3d6 because it's jetpack. 10 inches. Okay, so that is GG. Why is that? Because they're gonna get wiped next turn. They have 1 drone that's falling back, so it has to regroup and everything, but it still is falling back. Okay, so it's pretty much dead. 9 inches, falling back to here. And then I can try to catch it with the sisters or just gun it down. These guys here have to take a leadership test, which they pass as always, but they basically die next turn due to shooting, and they don't have anything to score. They can only shoot at the Wyvern. I guess I can shoot one more time against the Wyvern. So drone is moving forward. That's the only kill point I can even achieve at this point. So let's try and get that one. Let's see if that makes it even close. Two of them. Nothing. Drone. Nothing. Yep, that is the entire turn. We just have this drone here that can snap fire at something. It is not in range or anything, can't see anything. Alright, that's Tau turn number 5. And I guess I can try to finish them off this turn and then should be GG. Alright, Sisters of Science move the full distance, so she can drop down a level and move 3 inches too. To here. Yeah, but the broadsights did not lose this game because of the drones, like at all. Didn't make a difference. They wouldn't have run away. The leadership test didn't matter in the end because the only thing that was left was even the drones. So every single test that you failed otherwise would kill the broadsides instead. That's the issue. You can't tank anything else. I mean, you can put a command in front, but you know. The leadership test did not. I mean, they made most of them, right? They made this one, this one, this one. Doesn't do anything. Only thing that kills them is the fact that they get shot by less cannons. That's actually an issue. Alright, so this should be dead. And then we're gonna fire our big blob over there into the broadside. Should kill him. Oh, I have one more. Nice, winning a twos. And should be dead. Yep, that's 2 cover saves failed. Instant killing him. And then we can charge with the sisters. I mean, still have the Wyvern, but you know, I can just charge with the sisters instead. Leadership test, the drone does fail, so it's automatically destroyed. And I make the charge. Raw. Guess it's just 5 inches and then it's getting destroyed because it's falling back already. Alright. Wow, that was a pretty close one. Yeah, what do I say here? So as always, the broadsides have immense firepower. Obviously, not enough to chew through the Death Star, but then on the other hand, the Death Star did not do as well as they usually do because the Riptide has the ability to get the AP2 ignoring cover instant killing blast. That was pretty much what broke the Death Star's front line, but it didn't break anything else. And to be honest, the Yukaeros were the MVPs of this game, just because thanks to them, they even had the 2-ups and the 5-ups, because otherwise you wouldn't get those on the Acolytes. And the last cannons pretty much killed everything else with shooting. And a Yokairo is pretty expensive, but in this kind of unit, they're actually well protected. And if you, in case you attack them, you also get the heavy flamer hits in Overwatch, and they're also very effective against high armor if something like a walker comes up because they have a multi-melter. I mean, obviously they can't move, that sucks, so it would be great to have something that makes them slow and purposeful in there. But there's not much that can do that. There's only the captain, pretty much, in a... you could take those basically in a... what do you call it? In a Castellan detachment. But still, I think they have MVP. They made so much points back. It was like pretty massive. The rest is... I don't know. The Wyverns did do okay, but I've seen Wyvern performing better because obviously the broadside squads are not big enough. They are not the kind of tile you want to kill. The issue is if you don't take the drones, you lose one broadside and you immediately take a leadership test. So it's actually pretty easy to take them out. One less cannon shot, you're dead immediately. You can't do anything about that. The drones were only there because I needed something to basically have some more firepower in case one of them dies, because they every two drones you have basically one broadside, and they're cheaper than a broadside too. And with the Margalite support from the formation, you have pretty good ballistic skill on them too. They dealt a lot of damage this game, more um, than the points that they costed. The issue is obviously the Wyverns do good against that, but I mean most lists don't necessarily have much artillery, not that much at least. And a broadside that gets instant kill by strength 8 is always very, very sad. And you don't have anything to tank for them. So the only thing you could do is grab a commander and put him in front. But I don't really like that idea because a commander is a very expensive unit. It's like 100 points at least. And I just wanted to go for as many broadsides as I can. And that was probably the better option because then I would have had to take another Pathfinder unit. Uh, but talking about Pathfinders, the Pathfinder formation really paid off like massively again. Because as soon as the Wyvern started shooting at them, they died like flies because they ignore their cover. But Pathfinders and Ruins with 2-up cover, that's nice. They are really, really reliable in that case, and they are better than the drones in that regard. Otherwise, I would always prefer the drones, just because the drones are jetpacks, so they can move and still shoot their marker lights. And thanks to the drone formation, obviously they would get +1 ballistic skill, and making them just superior in terms of armor saves and mobility than the Pathfinders are. Um, but in this formation, they really, really do well because of the fact that they get their cover increased so much, and they also, I mean, the counts as 2 marker light ability was really, really nice to have when firing at that unit in the middle. I'm just not convinced if the broadsides need as much support because they already have twinnings, but you know, in the end, I missed a bunch of them as soon as I had no marker light support, and ignoring cover is really important against these wyverns and so on. The only reason why I wrecked that one wyvern is because I did have marker lights, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do so. So I guess that's okay. Um, Talking about the Death Star thingy here. Now the big issue here is very obvious. Um, the unit is mixed. It's very close combat and ranged mixed with some stuff and very low toughness. The low toughness is an issue, and I can't fix that because the only thing that has toughness for is the demon hosts. Um, but I just wanted to try to have as much meat as I can in one unit and try to see if the Yuka Aero can do something about it. What I should have done probably is not give them the 5+ invuln save, just but instead give them the +12 range to all shooting. Because then the demon host would have had 36 range on their shooting. I would have had 36 melta range. Would have had 36 plasma gun range. That's pretty nice. I mean, I think that upgrade would have been better this game because I actually wanted to move up the board and go forward, but at the same time, if I do that, the broadside fire can whittle them down very quickly, and the Riptide is just blasting them into nothing. And it turns out, in terms of firepower, this was my most reliable squad because the Wyverns couldn't do enough damage to this broadside fast enough. So in this case, the shooting ability was more important, and the rest was just ablative wounds. So I could have put the Flagellants, for example, in front because they would get their Pheno Pain, and they wouldn't get into close combat this game anyway, so might as well just move them forward. The big upside is this is really effective against melee Death Stars. No melee Death Star can get into this kind of group without getting absolutely murdered by so many attacks. Everything is rerolling saves, rerolling wounds, and whatnot because of the war hymns and everything. So, I don't know. It's more tactical flexibility than anything else. Same for the Wyvern. The Wyverns are not designed against this kind of list. They are much better against orcs and their cults and whatnot. All the big hordes that you might run, even against marine blobs. They can even take out marines pretty easily. And obviously that was not the case this time. But I just wanted to play some broadsides. I love them. The broadsides are fun to use. Riptide spam and everything, to each his own, but I think the Riptides are just less impressive when you take multiples of them. If there's one Riptide, he always does something cool. If you take multiples of them, sometimes you're like, eh. You expect them to do like major work. This is three of them, and but sometimes they don't. They can perform pretty badly, and they die very, very quickly sometimes. Depends what you do. Also, it's a pretty good amount of cheese, obviously, but I don't care about that. I think um, minus is fine to go against how many riptides as you want. I don't care. Doesn't really make a difference. If it's not geared towards it, that's just because a list has to be well-rounded, not specifically designed to kill riptides and so on. The riptides would lose every game against my demons and so on anyway, so don't think that makes much. All right. Um, Sisters of Silence is much to talk about here because I don't use these units very often. I think the Sisters of Silence Centaur thing was cool. Was really nice to have because the centaurs are moving fast. They are small. You can hide them everywhere, and with armor 11, they don't immediately die. They're pretty much the thing that the Imperium doesn't have. Cheap, fast transports for all the cool melee units you have, like also for Bullgrens or Ogrens or something like that. You can't fit them in there, obviously, so it's not exactly something, but that's something I wish Games Workshop would implement into the game, like a non-land raider Imperial assault transport that doesn't have any weaponry. Because I don't think land raiders are really worth the 250 points of spending. Uh, and these things certainly are. They are 40 points each. The sisters are very inexpensive. Funny enough, 15 points per model for AP2 at Initiative Sword. They're pretty much like Incubi, just way cheaper and with pretty much the same killing power, which I really like. The only issue they have is they don't have a transport, and obviously they can't start in a transport, so I could have got shot off the board first turn, but thanks to Courtiers, obviously extremely seldom the case. But still, you don't always have the first turn, right? So it's a little bit, uh, I don't know, I don't like it. It's the same problem with the Yinari Elder will have now because they can't start in their own transports either, which really sucks. But you still want to use those raiders and so on, otherwise you can't run melee lists. And that's, I don't know. Don't like that ruling, but they run the same risk, and you can still use the transport. You just have to be aware that you might want to hide first turn very, very much so you don't get annihilated before you even go. Because as you can see, the sisters die like flies as soon as they come out because they have the Adeptus Sororitas problem, which is toughness 3. And outside of that, their offense outside of assault grenades is just perfect. I think that's what it comes down to. They're really effective at dealing with normal toughness targets of all armor saves pretty reliably with a bunch of attacks on high initiative. So that's good. Decent weapon skill too. I like it. Nothing of the anti-psycha came into effect, so I have a bunch of concepts here in this same list that works really well against other lists where you would say, oh, well, that was tailored, right? If I was playing against Grey Knights, I had so much anti-psychic stuff, you would say, oh, yeah, that's tailored. It's not. It's just the entire list is basically very well rounded. There's a lot of stuff I can do against specific uh, opponents here. So everything that has melee has a problem, everything that has psychers has a problem, and everything that has range has a problem because there's something in the middle that they can't really kill and that keeps killing them. And some Wyverns because they obviously have good range, can keep ignoring cover and so on, so they also counter a bunch of different factions. So I like that. That's a cool thing about this. And it feels really iffy as always because it's Inquisition and you're always feeling like you're feeling a zoo and not an army because it looks like a freaking zoo and not really, nothing uniform, right? Because the Inquisition is not uniform in itself. But it always feels off, especially if I play it in real life because I play Inquisition quite frequently. Um, that's really weird. It's supposed to be a support army, and it looks like a support army too. But that's fine. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching still, and I had fun playing it. Was fun playing it. I love the gizmo thing. I don't think I had spent too much time moving things up and down the buildings, so that's good. That's excellent stuff. Should put that in the Tabletop Simulator tutorial. Or maybe just made an update because at this point they changed the UI, they changed the gizmo, they changed some other things. I have more experience how to name units and so on. I could just make an upgrade there. So we will see about that. Alright, but again, thank you guys for watching and happy wargaming.